Hey, this is Sherman Nelson, and I'm here at the National Center of Excellence in beautiful Colorado Springs for the under 58 kilogram divisions of our 2020 Senior Grand Slam. Can we make some noise for our competitors? Yes. I am your master of ceremonies for this division. I'm joined in the booth, as always, by my partner in crime, Jason Poos, and together we will be providing commentary, play-by-play analysis, interviews, etc. All right, y'all ready for some action? Let me hear you make some noise. Hey! But before we do that, I have a dad joke. I have two of them for you. Y'all gonna get double for your trouble. What do you call a broken can opener? That's it, a can't opener. See, that's why I'm giving you two, because that one I didn't love. But did you hear about the monk who claims that he looked into a vat and saw Jesus' face? And he said, I can't believe it's not Buddha. Oh man, y'all didn't get that one? Nope. See, only the dads are clapping for me, all right. So that means when I come back out for the final, I'm gonna have a side splitter for you, all right? All right, our first matchup in men's under 58 kilograms. In blue, from Florida, Alejandro Bravo. And in red, from California, Ross Moore.
And the competitors have entered the arena. This is the minus 58 kilogram division of the U.S. Grand Slam Series here in National Center of Excellence in Colorado Springs. I'm Jason Poos. You heard Sherman. We're going to take you the rest of the way. This is our largest division of the day in the minus 58. We have Ross Moore and Alejandro Bravo. Let's give you a little particulars about these two gentlemen as they start us off in the round of 16. We have 3 round of 16 matches before we start our quarterfinals. Alejandro Bravo is in the blue. He's 5'8", 127 pounds from Peak International, coached by Juan Moreno and Russ Benaby. He's 20 years of age, from Miami, Florida, where he attends Miami-Dade College and pursuing a business administration degree. He was on the University Games team of 2019. In 2016, he won the silver medal at the Costa Rican Open, and in 2018, he won an NCTA bronze medal. He enjoys skateboarding, longboarding, surfing, video games, and playing with his sister's puppy. It's very particular.
Oh, boy.
On the other side, Ross Moore. He's 5'11", 132 pounds. He attends King's Combat Taekwondo, coached by Luis Reyes.
Luis.
Yeah, Luis, he can do it all. He's 18 years of age from Redondo Beach, California. He attends El Camino School. He's undeclared on his major. He got to the quarterfinals of the last Grand Slam. And he's a round of 16 competitor of the 2019 U.S. Open. He enjoys sailing and spending time with his grandparents. So you got Alejandro Bravo from Florida taking on Ross Moore of California. Winner moves to the quarterfinals where he'll get the opportunity to take on a number 1 seed and a Pan American Games bronze medalist, David Kim. Testing the system here. Got a couple little snafus that we're getting worked out. Looks like they're getting it fixed. Just taking a moment. We're going to retest the system here, so I'll be remiss to let you know that we were notified that the U.S. Open in Orlando at the Disney ESPN Wide World of Sports Arena, Sherman,
Is a
a G2. Yeah,
baby.
and I cannot tell you how exciting that is for us because we knew it was going to be a great tournament in Disney. An opportunity to compete in that arena there at the Disney properties on the ESPN Wide World of Sports Arena there. It's first class all the way. Now an opportunity to compete in a G2, which means the world will be attending. You have about 6 weeks to get your stuff ready. Registration goes live this Monday, 2 days away from now, where you can get registered and you can even look for some stay and play packages where you can be on site, stay right there, right next to the arena. You can go to the parks as well as compete in one of the most prestigious opens in the world. Sherman and I are going to be there, so we would love for you to.
Will you?
Yes, we'd love for you to take us around Disney.
Yes.
We will join you in your competition and your amusement park experience.
Yes, we'll join you for all of that.
We're going to do a little timeout as we have equipment issues that they're taking their time fixing. We're going to get it fixed. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back with our round of 16 match with Alejandro Bravo from Florida taking on Ross Moore from California. So stay with us. We're not going anywhere, so you don't either. This is the U.S. Senior Grand Slam here at the National Center of Excellence in Colorado Springs. Again, we're having a little bit of equipment issue here, so we're going to find out what's going on. It is all electronic, as everyone knows. It's electronic sensors that go into the chest protector as well as the headgear. So my partner Sherman's going to come back out to the crowd. In the meantime, let's talk a little bit about people on social media. Let's talk first my good friend John Park and referee Mike Wickham. Thank you for joining us. Good talking to you the other day, John Park. Miss you around. And Robert Day, thanks for joining us, as well as Madeline Gorman-Shore and Coach Hirschberger. Excited to have you on board with us here for the minus 58 kilogram Grand Slam. Appreciate you guys. Mike Grover's joined as well. Thank you for joining. Hey to you, brother John Park. Appreciate you again joining us here on the live stream. This is the.
Why you trying to scoot away? Huh? Why you trying to scoot away? Don't.
We
do
got
that.
Sherman. Let's take it
Don't
out
run,
to our
Mama. Don't do
crazy
that.
host.
It's okay if you run.
Sherman Nelson
I'm going
Jr.
to chase you. All right, so listen, we're trying to get a wave going in here. So no, but you have to wait until I announce it. I see now why why your waves don't work. Premature breakage, okay? Ready? So we're gonna wave from that end all the way down. And then you're gonna wave back because a wave actually, I won't get into the physics of it yet. I almost nerded out on y'all. Ready, here we go. This side, are you ready? This side, are you ready? They sound Now, Coach, there are a couple of your athletes over here, so if there's no wave, I'll report them. Yeah. So we can do 8 cycles. Ready? And wave! But you gotta send it back. There you go. Awesome. Give yourselves a hand. We are not going to do that again. Yes. We are not. I don't care how long this break takes. We are not doing that again. All right. All right, so I need some shout outs. Anybody got anybody you want to shout out? Yeah. Hey, here we go. You got to tell us who you are. Don't grab the mic, son. Don't do that.
I'm Luca. Shout out my mom, my grandma, and my dog. They motivate me a lot.
Luca, you shout out mom and grandma, but what was that third one?
My dog. He take me out to run sometimes. So.
What's your last name, Luca? Doolittle?
Chimino.
Yeah, he didn't even get it. He didn't even get why. Because is the dog going to hear the shout out?
Oh, no, I get it.
You like Dr. Doolittle? Nah, it's all right, Luca. All right, anybody else got a shout out? If you keep looking, I'm going to come to you. Bam, all right, right here. What's your name? Yeah, go ahead. What's your name? You got to keep your head back.
Yeah. Brittany Morales.
Brittany Morales, you got a shout out you want to give?
To my coach and my parents and my friends.
You seem unsure about that.
No, I'm good.
You positive?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Your coach and parents and friends. Anybody else?
My teammates.
The warehouse 15.
warehouse.
Shout out the whole warehouse.
The whole warehouse. 15. 15 or 15? Which one is it? 15? 15? Okay, all right, okay. Oh, we got a shout out. I knew we'd have one over here. Oh boy, psych profiles. Are they expensive? It's psychological profiles. I'd like to get a few.
We'd like to shout out.
No. You have to say your name first.
Okay, my name is Anastasia.
Hi, Anastasia. Who's your shout out?
To Paul Green watching us on his laptop with a cup of tea and a biscuit.
A cup of tea and a biscuit. Shout out to you, Coach Paul. And I'm sure he is now writing a very tersely worded email about what. Is this the little one? You want to say hi?
Say hi, Paul. Say hi, Uncle. Say hi.
Okay, don't lean back because you'll fall off that thing, and then we'll all be in trouble because your mom will come in here and get us. All right, are we ready now? No, it doesn't look like we're ready. It looks like we're close to ready, but it doesn't look like we're ready. All right. Almost there. Okay, I need one more shout out, and then I have a joke for y'all. No, sir. Now, I've tried to utilize him before, and he has threatened me, and I'm not going to have that. Huh? You say who? Damien. Okay. Well, we'll wait till he puts his leg down, because that's not a very appropriate position. Hey, how are you, sir?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Good. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Position, huh?
Well, you know, like
a little bit.
Anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, my dad, Octavio Villa, my first coach. He wasn't able to make it out here today, so I'm here with my brother, but to my dad.
Congratulations. Your father's a heck of a guy. We've known him. We watched him raise you guys. He's a great guy. So salute to you, sir. We know you're there, but you got your eyes on you. We'll keep our eyes on your boys. He was doing some stuff earlier. I'll talk to you about it later. I'm not sure if you sanctioned it, but no, I'm a snitch. I got a snitch in spirit. All right, so I was going to tell y'all a joke, but Jeffrey Williams has insulted my jokes, and now he's shaking my confidence. I'm shook now. I'm like the new Lamar. I'm not like the old Lamar no more. Y'all don't get that joke. It's me and him. It goes back to 2009 when he was getting buckets. But I think our delay is almost wrapping up, and I will be back in a flash. Jumping Jack Flash. Whoopi Goldberg. What?
So here we go. We have the minus 58, round of 16. We're getting it lined out. Just some computer issues and some transmission issues here. So One, we want to apologize for the slight delay here at their 2020 Senior Grand Slam, USA Taekwondo's National Center of Excellence. I'm Jason Poos. You saw Sherman out there doing a Sherman thing. Yeah, it's a big division. We'll go through the competitors to kind of see who's competing here in this competition. So the number 1 seed is David Kim out of Colorado. David is the number 1 seed in this two. The number 2 seed is Damian Villa from California. The number 3 seed, James Howell from Florida. I think he's in Florida now, but he's from California originally. The number 4 seed is Jesse So. If I'm not mistaken, he is from Chicago, Illinois. I will get that to make sure. Naperville, Colorado. I mean, California. I beg your pardon, Naperville, Illinois. I was right. That's a suburb of Chicago. The number 5 seed is Juan Carlos Norzagaray. He is from Colorado now as he trains in the WCAP program. The number 6 seed, Diego Davila. And I don't know where he is from. I'll find that out for you as we're going to get the information. It's coming to me right momentarily. Again, we're talking about the number 6 Diego seed, Davila. He is from El Paso, Texas. Fantastic. And we're up. We're ready to go. We're already started. And Ross Moore has already scored. Fantastic start here. Just early on in this match in the round of 16 between Alejandro Bravo and Ross Moore. Moore with another sliding cut kick that scores to take it up to 4-0. That was a beautiful back kick by Alejandro Bravo. Just didn't garner the points, but just perfect technique. Give Moore a lot of credit as he covered it just enough. Halfway through this first round, and Ross Moore holding on to the 4-0 lead over Alejandro Bravo. And a nice head kick by Ross Moore. He takes it up to 7-0. So Alejandro Bravo right now being shut out by Moore with about 30 seconds or so left here in the first round. Winner's going to move on to take on David Kim. A little bit of an injury here, a little timeout. Now 8-0, Moore over Bravo. 10 seconds left in this first round. Ross Moore of California extending out to an 8-0 lead over Alejandro Bravo of Florida. And that ends the first round. So we have round of 16 matches. We have 3 of those. Let's talk about those. We have Alejandro Bravo and Ross Moore here in the first one. The second one will see Jake So of Illinois taking on Isaac Weintraub of Oklahoma. Our third one will be Diego Davila from El Paso, Texas, taking on Chandler Torres. Chandler Torres is from Harwood Heights, Illinois. So several athletes from Illinois here in this bracket. We've got California, we've got Florida, and of course Colorado and Oklahoma. Russ Beneby coaching Alejandro Bravo here, giving him some instruction. Round 2, here we go. Immediately on the attack is Moore. Nice sliding roundhouse kick by Ross Moore. Doesn't score. Oh, and to the face, very close. Getting touches. There he does score to the body. So excellent combination of a left, right, left combo results in 2 points for Ross Moore. So he's up to 10-0 now over Alejandro Bravo. This is the 8-9 matchup here, so not a big upset either way if either one of these guys wins the match. Those spins are nice by Bravo. Just that one's a little late. Well, it's well executed. It's just not on time. Yeah, you can hear Coach Beneby asking him to go first and get his leg over his leg. He just can't quite get the distance. So give Ross Moore a lot of credit. He's been able to control the distance here. Sometimes being in range to score, other times just being long. Just out of the way and too long of a distance for Bravo to connect on the chest protector. That's a nice sliding roundhouse kick. Steps up, slides in, almost a tap step if you will. Left leg to the body. And Ross Moore really showing some good strategic play here as he takes a 12-0 lead. Just lulled Bravo to sleep just a bit, found the range and scored. And again, tries it again. Bravo a little late on the turn. The turn is the right play there. It's just a little bit late. Good, nice follow, and a nice head follow as well by Ross Moore. And there you have it. That's the end of the second round with Ross Moore stretching his lead to 12-0 over Alejandro Bravo. So shutting out the native Miamian 12-0 here at this point. We're going into round 3. Again, this is the under 58 kilogram category, round of 16 match between Ross Moore of California, Alejandro Bravo of Florida. Ross Moore continuing to move forward, and that's been the difference in this match, is he's been able to find ways to get points in bunches with techniques that are on the follow. That means secondary, tertiary, roundhouse kicks, axe kicks. It's really been solid with that. Good. Bravo now starting to find the range a little bit. Got a touch here in the third round. At this point, he's been shut out, so I think once he gets on the board, maybe it'll open the floodgates up, let him get a few more. But there it is, Moore again. Another defensive cut kick. Slides it right in there and scores. Now he shoots it up to the head, so showing that he has a well-rounded game. Ross Moore, a fairly newcomer to this. Not from a new school by any means, coming out of King's Combat Taekwondo there in California with Luis Reyes at the helm. Luis has had multiple teams. In fact, he had a cadet, a world medalist there from his club, Aiden Bevel. So shout out to Luis and Aiden on a fantastic cadet worlds, late 2019. 14-0 now. So Ross Moore extending out his lead to 14-0. Can Alejandro Bravo mount a comeback here late? Again, the turn is the right play, but give Moore a lot of credit. He has been solid on the cover. Just 30 seconds left here in the third round. The winner moves to the quarterfinals. We'll take on a #1 seed, David Kim. Can Alejandro Bravo mount a comeback here with just a few seconds left, down by 14? There's that same sliding kind of tap step roundhouse kick that Moore's been so adept at doing. He's scored at least 4 of the 14 points from that. And that's going to end the match. And a shutout for Ross Moore as he takes down Alejandro Bravo. So congratulations to Bravo on making it here to the Grand Slam. No small feat, but it is. Ross Moore moving to the quarterfinals. So Ross Moore from California will take on David Kim in our first quarterfinal a little bit later today. But up next, what do we have? We have our second round of 16 matchup between Jake So of Illinois and Isaac Weintraub of Oklahoma. So as you watch the highlights of this round of 16 match between Bravo and Moore, we'll take a quick timeout. We're going to come back with our second round of 16 matchup between Weintraub of Oklahoma, Jake So of Illinois. So stay with us. This is the U.S. Grand Slam Series here at the National Center of Excellence in Colorado Springs. Good, and the athletes have entered the arena for this round of 16 matchup between Jake So of Illinois and Isaac Weintraub of Oklahoma. Jake So is 5'5", he's 49 kilograms from Elite Martial Arts, coached by Master So, that's his father. He's from Naperville, Illinois, where he attends Waubonsee Valley High School. God, I hope I didn't ruin that. I apologize if I did. That's hard to tell. He's a senior. Jake won a bronze medal at this year's 2019 National Championship.
Last year's.
Yeah, it is last year, but it's 1920.
Yeah, there's no 2019 and 2020.
You're right.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, well, it's my pleasure.
He loves hanging out with friends and playing basketball and video games. On the other side, we have Isaac Weintraub. He's 58 kilograms right on the dot. He's from Poos Taekwondo, coached by Jason Poos, but he'll really be coached by Russ Gale here today.
Where's that located?
It's in Edmond, Oklahoma. He's actually on the University of Central Oklahoma Taekwondo team where he has he's majoring in business management and should receive a degree in the next year.
Nice.
Good action here right off the bat. Isaac is 22 years of age. He's a 2017 Collegiate National Champion. He's a 3-time Collegiate National Champion as well. And he won a bronze medal at the 2019 U.S. National Championships. What he likes to do outside of Taekwondo, he likes to enjoy rock climbing and climbing in general. I hope that means not just some buildings.
Climbing fences and trees.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great question. We'll have to get to the bottom of that. I know him kind of well, so I could probably find that answer out. Yeah, I actually know both. Met these. There's a couple of So brothers that are going to be in this competition. They're great kids. On the other side, pretty familiar with Isaac, as I think most people know that he trains there in my program now for 3.5 years. He's on scholarship there at UCO, so I'm excited to have him around. He's a great kid, and he's a well-rounded fighter. He's a very good collegiate fighter. He's had a really good career so far. Yeah, good speed here by So. I've been impressed with his speed. But he's kind of lunging in, and what happened? Isaac Weintraub with a nice
sticks
defensive
that
side
leg.
kick. Scores an easy cut kick there. Oh, nice front leg hook kick by Weintraub. Just gets a touch, doesn't quite score. And a good punch by So. Lunges in, Weintraub slides back just a bit, gets scored on with the punch. And a front leg hook over the shoulder. That shows some great flexibility. That's a front leg axe kick over the shoulder here. So
He reminds me a lot of Dennis Rudisell, another athlete you had back in the early 2000s, and we called him Rockstar.
yeah,
And he could get that leg in the weirdest and most awkward angles, but I watched him knock somebody clean out. He hit that young man and his spirit left his body.
yeah, it was a
We prayed over him, it came back, but it left for a little while.
yeah, and you know it's interesting enough. He an awkward style at that time would have fit in perfect
it
here,
would
right?
have been, yeah.
But an awkward guy who found his way into the national team, and in fact found his way onto the Junior Pan Am Championship and the player of the event, where he did knock out a player in the finals from Canada. I remember it well, as a coach on that team. It was pretty fun to watch, fun fighter to watch. And he would do well in this sport now. Right now, Weintraub doing a good job. So I'm not sure what's going on here. One of the referees wants to talk to the other referee, so maybe they're missing something, or was it a punch? I'm not sure. I didn't see a punch there, so we'll see what's going on here. Again, I'm Lee Moras. So he did see a punch, so he'll get the point there. Two lights went up. They just didn't go up at the same time, so the point. But good corner judging by Josh Kalish. Wanted to stand up and see it coming. But there's another punch by Jake So, and he looks like that's going to be his MO here, is to try to throw the offense almost lunging in punch, which means
Wiggins.
Yes, it should be available for Weintraub.
And Weintraub can draw that knee in incredibly tight, and he could Wiggins to the face.
Yeah, exactly. He's a super flexible guy that can do a lot of things. Probably the one thing that if you want to take away from what he does so well at times that can be his Achilles heel is he tends to slide back a little too far, and in this case you slide back on the punch. That gives space for the punch.
Right.
Yeah, holding on to a 4-point lead here. So Isaac Weintraub from Oklahoma, 6-2 lead over Jake So. So he has this 4-point lead going into the second round. What do you tell Jake So, Sherm? As he's only down 4 points, but he hasn't found the range with the foot at all.
So I tell him to, if you are in range to get that punch in, then you already crossed the threshold to get that kick in. You know that he is front leg dominant, so you got to break left or right. You got to break off that line to try to get his leg up. And once his leg is up and you get inside, you got to stay in there and work until you get what you came for.
Yeah, we'll see if he can execute here. That's a nice cut kick by Weintraub. Just snaps out a cut kick and scores.
When we get in
your front
here,
leg. There's your little sliding front leg that we talked about. And he didn't get the touch there. No, he didn't get it there, but it was very close.
But once he gets in there, he's got to get a little more busy and be committed to staying on the inside and doing that work.
Yeah, Weintraub doing a good job of using his length. He's a little taller fighter. He's clearly a little bigger as far as size. So So's going to, again, do work on the inside like you talked about. But can he get through that initial cut kick that you see there that Weintraub continues to pepper? There he is. He scores it again. So the cover of So's kind of falling apart here is his left arm is moving too far to the left. Was that leaving open? That right there, which is the cut kick. And I'm surprised that didn't score because that's as good as the other two. So he's going to have to move his left arm more toward the middle so he can't get that cut on the Hogu. Oh, it's sliding front leg right over the shoulder. So Weintraub does a good job of setting it up, cutting to the body, cutting to the body, cutting to the body, drops his arm, slides it over the shoulder. So well set up by Isaac Weintraub here. Good punch by So. He'll definitely receive a pull. That's a nice result there. Gets through the front leg hook kick and scores the punch. And a front leg right to the mouth. So Isaac Weintraub scores right to the mouth of Jake So with a front leg roundhouse kick. So he's up to 16-3 at this point. And Weintraub punches there and gets himself a punch point to take it to 17-3. So kind of running through. You got to be careful because these guys can all spin and eventually run into one of those. It's going to be a spin to the face.
And you eat that spin, it is going to upset your day.
30 seconds left here in the second round. Weintraub takes a commanding 19-3 lead over Jake So of Illinois. Yeah, good try by both players. Good try on the punch. Again, Amelie Morris right on it. Both guys fall down. She's not going to give a deduction either way. Just say, get up and let's fight it out, guys. Cracker, there's that punch again. He's really found the range. All 4 of his points, I beg your pardon. Yes, all 4 of his points, I'm correct, have come from punches.
And time.
So with a 15-point lead going into the third round, Isaac Weintraub from Oklahoma will have the opportunity to move to the quarterfinals if he can cling to this 15-point lead with an opportunity to take on a number 2 seed in Damian Villa. So Damian Villa awaits the winner here. On the other side, James Howe is going to await the winner of the next one, Diego Davila.
And Chandler Torres.
Yeah, and Chandler Torres as a junior was an exceptional fighter. Let's see how he does here at the senior level. But Chandler's had tons of success, not just at on the national team and national championships, but if I'm not mistaken, he won one of these already at the junior level. Is that correct to say?
I believe so. Let me look, but I'll look it up. I'll do some research for us.
It'll be interesting.
I'm almost certain you're right.
Yeah, he's such a solid junior fighter. I feel good that I feel confident that he can translate his game to the senior level. Weintraub originally from Sarasota, Florida, been living in Oklahoma now since 2016 with a 19-4 lead over Jake So of Illinois. That's another snapping cut kick, so he's really finding the range on that cut kick. And there's another punch from Jake So. So all of his points have come off the punch, and now he runs into another cut kick, and he's in trouble of getting gapped here. And he does get gapped here. That's a win for Isaac Weintraub. There you go. There's your winner. Isaac Weintraub from Oklahoma with a point gap over Jake So from Illinois. So Isaac Weintraub moves to the quarterfinals where he will take on Damian Villa, the number 2 seed from California. So congratulations to you, Jake So, on making it here to our Grand Slam series in the senior division. But it's all Isaac Weintraub. He'll move to the quarterfinals. So congratulations, Isaac Weintraub. Great job for him. We'll see him in a little bit against Damian Villa. We have one more round of 16 matchup. We're going to take a break and come back and see you momentarily with the number 6 seed Diego Davila taking on the number 11 seed Chandler Torres. So stay with us here in the U.S. Grand Slam Series 2020 here in Colorado Springs.
round of 16 match in this men's under 58 kilogram division. In blue, from Texas, Diego Davia. And in red, from Illinois, Chandler Torres.
And our athletes have entered the arena. This is the minus 58 kilogram round of 16 matchup between Diego Davila of Texas, Chandler Torres of California. Diego Davila is 5'9". He's right at 58 kilograms. He is from Kareem Taekwondo and Davila TKD. He's coached by Eduardo Davila. He's 18 years old from El Paso, Texas, where he attends Montwood High School, and he's a senior. He's an All-American through USA Taekwondo. He's a high school team champion from Texas, and he did participate in the 2019 Senior Grand Slam. What does he like to do outside Taekwondo? I like this. He's on the drum line, where he plays the drums, music, and the marching band. So he's well-rounded young man. Love it.
I saw that movie with Nick Cannon.
Yeah, it's a great one. On the other side, you have Chandler Torres, who's 5'9", 53 kilos. So pretty light for this division. He's from Quest Taekwondo and Flying V Martial Arts, coached by Dean Vargas and Vincent Villena. Today is Dean Vargas at the helm. He's 17 years of age as he scores 2 points from Harwood Heights, Illinois, where he attends Maine South High School when he's a senior. He's the 2019 Junior Grand Slam champion in the under 51 kilogram division. Up 8-3, wow. Scoring quickly here.
Two head
Torres
kicks.
And a deduction, so 2 head kicks, but they're going to wave off, I think, the point for Davila. Let's see what happens here. No, they wave it off for Torres because of the deduction. So interesting.
No, but I think they did that in
Yeah,
error.
I do too. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. He's also Chandler Torres was on our junior team in 2019, and he was also a national champion in the 2019 as a junior. So he's had a very accomplished junior career. He's up 9-0 now. He enjoys photography, basketball, and going out with his friends. So Chandler Torres, as we talked about, oh, that's a nice crescent kick. Just sneaky over the shoulder. But he gets called for grabbing, so now this referee's going to wave those points off. Let me see if this coach will challenge that, because that's a tough one. He does not. 10-2, Torres over Davila. And a leg block, so he's now 11-2. Explosive fighter in Torres.
So those of you that are watching us, especially on Facebook, if you are rooting for Mr. Davia, then we need you to hit those blue thumbs up. If you're rooting for Mr. Torres, we need you to flood this screen with the red hearts. So we want to see blue thumbs up and blue thumbs ups and red hearts. Let us know you're watching.
Yeah, it's thumbs up, or is it thumb ups?
Thumb ups. You saw my deliberation there.
I think it would be thumbs up.
Thumbs ups.
Thumbs ups? I like that too.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Thumbs ups.
Oh, I see them. I see a proliferation of them. Thank you so much. We'll pass this love on. Thank you all for watching. And thank you all for rooting and cheering for. We made a distinction in our PSA of the difference between cheering and rooting for. We cheer for all of these athletes because they're all our athletes.
Man, it's a tough call there as Davila gets a call for not competing. And Torres doing a good job of just finding the headgear, finding the chest gear.
Yeah.
Again, he's an extremely accomplished junior fighter, and I feel like his game's going to translate just fine to the senior level. He's not going to be the tallest guy here. He's almost a fin weight, so he's almost a 49 kilogram guy. 54 kilogram, I beg your pardon. 54 kilogram guy, but I think the speed and the explosiveness will be fine here. He's up 19-2 now. So that's going to end the round with a 17-point lead for Chandler Torres over Diego Davila. So Diego Davila is going to have to turn the tide here, and the way he's going to have to do it is to get around the front leg of Torres. But more than that, I think he's got to tighten his cover a little, Sherm.
Yeah. They're a little loose.
it's going to be an interesting matchup here because if Chandler Torres does find a way through this match to the quarterfinals, that's going to set up maybe one of the most interesting, if not the most interesting quarterfinal of the entire tournament between the young Chandler Torres and the seasoned veteran in James Howe.
James Howe.
Yeah, it's just going to be very interesting to see because James is about as seasoned as you can get, probably the most seasoned competitor in the entire tournament. You know, been on many junior teams, on a junior team in 2003.
All the way back. Oh, our trip to Brazil.
Yeah, national teams,
we
traveled with Jim.
We recanted those horrors last night about
yeah,
that
it was
elevator.
fun. It was fun to bring back those memories of those guys on the team. So here we go. That's a nice score again to the body by Torres, and another. So at 23-2, it'll be 23-3. He'll get called for running there, just trying to step out of the way, but did it with too many steps. So that's a deduction by referee Jin Wong. Nice off the line roundhouse kick. Back leg there by Davila.
I think Torres slid back and did a twist kick as a defensive. That's nifty.
Yeah, good 360 there, but here comes the axe kick. So doing a good job here. Davila's doing a good job of trying to get himself back in this match. Still down 21 points, a minute and a half here in the second round. Right now it's been the experience of Torres as he's grown up competing on the national team.
Yes, he has.
So that his experience is valuable. He may not have been in these Grand Slams as a senior, but he did win one as a junior, so he's comfortable in this environment.
Right.
He's comfortable also in this ring.
And one of the things we talked about is that this environment, this ring and this setting, it's a crucible, you know, and he was able to prevail as a junior, so he's gotten his feet wet in dealing with the pressure and dealing with the circumstances. I mean, I think it just prepared him for this life as a senior.
Yeah, and it's something that we've been told by some of the most elite competitors when USA Taekwondo, especially the seniors, is that this environment mimics the actual Grand Prix and the Grand Slams of World Taekwondo. So the big international, where it's one ring, spotlights on you, all eyes on you at this point. This environment's even more, maybe a little more stressful, simply because it's so intimate, Sherm.
You are right up on the action.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right up on the people, and I like it. I like it. Let's see what's going on over here.
At 31-5, Chandler Torres in firm control of this match against Davila. So right now he scores again. So Davila's going to have to find a way to get a few points just to enter the third round. Doesn't look like it's going to happen as he's down 30. Therefore, without a knockout, we're going to get to see the match that I've kind of been anticipating now for 3 days when I saw these fighters, and I thought the brackets would end up this way. Now, I didn't know they were going to fight this early, but I was hoping to see maybe a young up-and-coming stud going up against the seasoned James Howe, who can do it all.
Can do it.
There you have it. Congratulations first to Diego Davila. You made it to the Grand Slam series, and that's an impressive feat in itself. But it's all Chandler Torres, so congratulations. You, Chandler, you're into the quarterfinals where you take on a number 3 seed James Howe.
James Howe.
So let's round out our quarterfinals for you here in the men's minus 58 kilogram division. We have David Kim from Colorado taking on Ross Moore from California. Then we have Jesse So from Illinois taking on Juan Carlos Norzagore he's also from Colorado. Next up, Damian Villa from California taking on Isaac Weintraub from Oklahoma. And last but not least, it is Chandler Torres from California taking on James Howe from Florida. So there's your quarterfinals here in the men's 58 kilogram category. We're not going to take any time. We're moving right to the next one. So stay with us as David Kim and Ross Moore are going to match up for a spot in semis. Sherman will give you the names. We'll get right to it.
Slam! All right, our first quarterfinal matchup in this men's under 58 kilogram division. In blue, from Colorado, David Kim. And in red from California, Ross Moore.
And our quarterfinalists have entered the arena again. This is the quarterfinal matchup in the men's 58 kilogram category between David Kim, the #1 seed from California, from Colorado, taking on Ross Moore, the #9 seed from California. David Kim is 5'9", 130 pounds. He is in the world-class athlete program for the Army and coached by David Bartlett and Terrence Jennings. Terrence Jennings will coach this afternoon. He's 21 years of age from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and he won a Pan Am Games bronze medalist in 2019. So congratulations. What does he like to do out of Taekwondo? He left it blank. Maybe that's all he does is Taekwondo.
Man, that says a lot.
Yeah, it says that he's very, very committed to the sport.
Singularly focused on being his best version of himself in Taekwondo.
Or it could mean he was lazy.
Equally.
On the other side, didn't want to fill it out. On the other side, you have Ross Moore. We talked about Russ before. He's 5'11", so he's very tall for this Division I, 132 pounds from King's Taekwondo there in California, coached by Luis Reyes. He's from Redondo Beach, California, and he attends El Camino High School. And it might be college. He just kind of left it blank. I think this is college at 18. He was in the Grand Slam quarterfinals last time, and he was a round of 16 participant at the U.S. Open in 2019. He liked sailing and spending time with his grandparents. Love to hear that. You always want your children to
spend time with their
your
grandparents.
parents, which
Invaluable.
is their grandparents. Sure. 1-0 David Kim on a deduction for falling for Ross Moore. This is going to be an interesting matchup because David Kim has been so dominant as of late. But this kid is sharp. He's big, he's sharp, and he doesn't seem to be intimidated. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. Can David Kim just kind of push through with his cut? Then he likes to flip it over to the backside of the body. Has a strong cut, very strong cut, side kick, and then he likes to try to flip that over to the backside of the body and then to the head.
Right.
So he's just trying to go to the head there. Ross Moore, what impressed me most about him in his first match wasn't all the points he was scoring, is the fact that he didn't give up any. So his cover was really clean.
And to this point, in this first minute of this round, he's done a good job.
Yeah, he has. He really has. The only point he's given up is one where he slipped and fell. So, again, kind of slappy there by Kim, kind of slapping down. What he's trying to do is he's trying to open it up. He's trying to cut first to move his left arm in front. And then at that point, as you can see, he kind of drug it down the backside. So trying to open up the body a little bit and move the left arm in front of the Hogu. So what he can do is he can slap on the backside. So, again, a pretty solid strategy by David Kim. And that punch scored.
And he gets that.
Yeah, that's a little surprised. It looked like it hit more on the shoulder than the Hogu, but it was powerful, so we give him credit, and he'll take a 2-0 lead here. A nice little sliding roundhouse kick by Kim. Doesn't score, but good contact and a good axe kick there. That's a nice axe kick by Ross Moore. That's a tough call because his foot got hung up on David Kim's arm, and that's why he fell. Good following by Kim at that point. Started with a sliding front leg, almost twist kick. And that'll end the first round with David Kim with a 3-0 lead over Ross Moore. This is 1 versus 9 here in the quarterfinals. Winner's going to move to the semifinal. Good, Coach Jennings giving some instruction to David Kim. Round 2, the quarterfinals between David Kim from Colorado in the blue and Ross Moore from California in the red. Ross Moore on the attack here a little bit, and then David Kim comes back with his own. Both guys getting touches, 2 touches each one of them, just not quite enough to score. That's where Ross Moore has lived. He's had all kinds of touches here against David Kim. They just haven't been able to score. That's a nice double, and he does score that. That's just too much follow. Pressure, pressure,
you
cut,
can't
cut,
let him press you all the way back across
then,
the ring like that.
Again, too much follow by David Kim. And that's the difference between a guy that's been doing this at a high level on a national team and a young guy who's just trying to find his way through there. He just knows when to continue on the attack and make sure you follow the kick. So that's well done by David Kim. Good, both guys slipping and falling there. And again, different refereeing this time, as she doesn't let both guys just hop up and say, you both fell. She goes ahead and gives the deduction to Moore, which in turn he's going to receive a point. That's his first of the match. David Kim trying to slap his leg down, which is an interesting thought. If you miss that,
or he's trying to kill a fly.
Well, if he misses that and he flips it over and kicks him in the face, he's going to feel pretty uncomfortable. There's a deduction for holding by Moore. Looking for the punch. David Kim. He'll immediately on the attack there when he gets guys on the boundary. That's just a savvy
Yeah, he
move.
presses.
He has him semi on the boundary, and then she splits him apart, and he immediately on the break, he immediately attacks there when he has him closer to the boundary, because he knows he can probably garner a point here by shoving him out with his foot or scoring it actually with snap. So either way, it's a win-win either way for David Kim at that point. 30 seconds left here in the second round. Just 6-1, so it's still anybody's ball game here, as Ross Moore is going to have to find a way to score these. I see another touch. He has found the chest protector early and often, just not enough. He's got to have a little more snap. That's a nice back leg roundhouse kick, though, by Kim. The left leg off the line was solid. Didn't score, but solid physical play. Back to the right leg cut. Both guys back to their cuts. Kim with the right, Moore with the left. And a flip over there, he finds it.
Very nice.
Just, again, too much follow here for David Kim.
Right, and we're saying the same things over and over again. You're retreating too far.
Yeah, there's a defensive cut as Moore now has to kind of start to take the caution out of this game, start throwing things. And when you start chucking, when you start throwing things up there just to throw it, you're going to run into a few kicks, and that's what happened right there. So David Kim now kind of stretches his lead to 11-1. So Sherm, Ross Moore is not out of this match. I feel like he's been all over the chest protector, but too much follow, too much experience.
Too much retreat, too much savviness on the other side.
So what do you tell Ross Moore? What do you think Coach Reyes here is telling Ross?
Let's be first in cut. I was just thinking he's got to be first. But if we're going to retreat, let's retreat back in a controlled manner. Let's go back twice and then re-engage. Or go back twice, take an angle, and then re-engage. But to let him drive you from the center of the ring all the way to the boundary, where the boundary becomes a cliff, and you don't want to fall off that cliff. So now you're thinking about the cliff and the person. Why don't we just go first, initiate, get him tied up in the middle of the emblem on the floor.
Yeah, hopefully he can employ this strategy. He's going to need to do something because he can't continue to back straight up, because that's been the difference is the offensive there, that's a deduction for kicking the leg, but we just didn't have a good view to see what happened there. There's David Kim, vintage David Kim when he's feeling confident. He just starts flipping it high, low, low, high. Just feels confident in his game at that point.
Remember, if you're rooting for David Kim, who's in blue, let me see some blue thumbs up. If you're rooting for Ross Moore in red, let me see some red hearts. We want to see some thumbs up, and we want to see some heart beating.
If you're rooting for Sherman, we want thumbs down. 14-2 as David Kim scores again.
I just wish you all would pray for me. I'm forced to be here in this, trapped in a glass case of emotion.
I'll try to get you a burrito and not throw it on you.
You know, if you throw it at me, you get Tom O'Leary and Jack Johnson.
Yeah, I don't want any part of those guys. They're tough.
Jason, did you hear about the fire at the circus?
I did not.
It was intense.
It's amazing. That's fantastic. 45 seconds left. And with 15-point lead, we're still engaged. I promise you. Now 14-point lead. Even though Sherman is throwing out some absolutely horrific jokes, we're still engaged. Nice off the line there by David Kim. Just backside sneaky round.
Yeah.
Good power, too. He's such a powerful fighter. He fights 54 kilograms, but he really can be a 58. He's strong enough. He's physical enough. Internationally, he might be a little short for that, but
yeah, he's
that's nice.
And at 5'9", he's tall.
High with the cut, high with the roundhouse kick, and just kind of drops it down to where his head is and kind of touches the headgear. So absolute leg control for David Kim. Good flexibility.
That is time. Almost 5 seconds.
And there you have it, David Kim with a 20-4 win over the young Ross Moore. So Kim moves to the semifinals where he is the #1 seed, and he'll await the winner of Jesse So and Juan Carlos Norzagaray. Congratulations to you, Ross Moore, on making it to the quarterfinals here.
Sure.
Well done.
Well done. Well done.
On the other side, David Kim's going to move on. Nice cut there. You see some good highlights here. Sherman, what did the fish say when he swam into the wall?
What did he say, Jason?
Damn.
And again, pray for me.
I got lots of them. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with our second quarterfinal. This is the incomparable comedian Jason Poos.
And this is the unquestionably oppressed Sherman Nelson.
Right back.
All right, our next quarterfinal matchup. In blue, from Illinois, Jesse So. And in red, from Colorado, Juan Carlos Norzagaray.
And our quarterfinalists here in the men's 58 kilogram category have entered the arena. It is Jesse So from Illinois taking on Juan Carlos Norzagaray from Colorado. Jesse So is 5'7", 124 pounds from Elite Martial Arts, coached by his father, Min So. He's 18 years of age and attends Wabansi Valley High School. He's a senior as well. His twin brother is also competing in the division and fought earlier and lost a tough one to Isaac Weintraub. Jesse So is the 2019 National Championship silver medalist, and he loves hanging out with friends and watching TV. On the other side, Juan Carlos Norzagaray is from Colorado. He's 5'10", 126 pounds. He's in the world-class athlete program for the Army, where he's coached by David Bartlett and Coach Terrence Jennings. Coach Jennings at the helm today. His hometown is El Paso, Texas, and right now he attends Pikes Peak Community College. His major is undeclared at this point. He attended the 7th Military Games where he was a team member, and he placed a bronze medal at this 2019 U.S. National Championship. And he's up 2-1 on a score there. Both guys go down. Let's see if there's a deduction here. And there is one deduction for falling. Oh, no, for grabbing, I beg your pardon. So now it should be 3-1.
Right.
He loves hunting and fishing when he's not training. And that is Juan Carlos we're talking about, who's in the red here. And again, pretty familiar with Juan Carlos and his brother Bernardo, as they've been around for a long time. A really long, athletic fighter in Juan Carlos, so he really has a lot to his game. He's up 4-1 here. There's the punch. We're going to call it the Soul Brother punch because the other brother also threw good punches.
Yes. The Soul Brother.
Yeah, I'm on it. That's another defensive cut.
Nice, strong defensive cut.
Yeah, the cut, and then the punch. So Juan Carlos says, I can punch as well, and he does it. And then it gets a deduction, so he's up 8-1 now. So good, a nice score by both players. And that's a 2-point back kick.
Yep.
So there should be another 2 points for Jake So here, as he scored a nice defensive back kick. But in the process, he gave up 2 shots there. So he does get 5, but he's down 12-5 as Juan Carlos scored effectively 2 times back-to-back. Good following by Juan Carlos.
Yeah.
Again, these young fighters are getting caught with the multiple techniques from the older ones that just more experienced fighters are just on the follow and they're on it. And what I mean by that is they just continue to throw the combinations of 2, 3, 4 kicks. So it's something that people need to really understand. The combinations are the way to go here, and these experienced fighters are proving it.
At the world level, we see 2 and 3 and 4 techniques being done to set up, and there's a lot more intentionality. There's a lot more thoughtfulness given to how can I maximize my scoring opportunity. A lot of players at this level tend to just want to score and not score as much as they can. But the more seasoned fighters will try to see how much can I get when we start our exchanges.
So interesting enough, both players scored a body shot to take it to 14-7 from 12-5. And then they both tried to do the back kick at the same exact time. And Jake So took the worst of it as the heel from Juan Carlos Norzagaray just drove right into the backside, if you will. And there's going to be he's looking for a deduction. He's absolutely right. That's a deduction for falling down. So Coach Jennings is asking, why didn't he get a deduction for falling? And sometimes when someone's injured, the referees might forget about it at this point. So referee Josh Kalish is going to go and check with the video, but I think Terrence Jennings is right on with this. As he fell down, he's hurt, but sort of the injury kind of took away the fact that he deserved a deduction because he did fall down. So, and in that process, as a human being, you forget about that.
Sure.
Because you're focused on the fact that this athlete is injured, right? So, I mean, it's natural, it happens, and so of course a good coach is going to raise his card because that 1 point could make a difference in this match.
Sure. And we don't have any to leave on the table.
So there's both back kicks, and then he's down. So that's automatically a deduction. Yeah, easy call for the referees, easy call for the video review. Again, no fault for referee Josh Kalish. He's more focused on him being hurt trying to stop the other competitor from maybe attacking a defenseless player at that point. So it happens. It's a correct call and a good call.
Good call, Coach.
Yeah, Coach Jennings with a smart call as he adds a point to his fighter's score. Nope, there's no time running here, so we haven't done anything yet.
So someone asked, why wouldn't the red player get the deduction for kicking low?
Yeah, it's a good question. Honestly, that could go either way.
Right.
It doesn't typically go that way because, and again, this is speculation on my part, but I'll give you an opinion here because when the player is turning, their body is dropping, right?
Right.
So you're kicking to where you're going, but their body drops. But that's actually, like, technically that's probably correct, right? Technically, I kicked low, but where
Lower
is
than
the
your
Hogu?
Right.
Where is the Hogu? The Hogu is technically down there too, right? Because he's dropping his body, so the Hogu's down lower too. Who asked that? That's a great question.
Well, Jesse Coombs. Hey, Jesse,
Yeah,
and congratulations,
of
too,
course
on
it's,
the birth of your daughter.
Yeah, of course it's our coach.
But if
board
they're
per-
jumping and turning, the Hogu's now higher.
He wasn't jumping. He was just turning there. Okay, but the question is, how is that not a kicking low? That's a great question.
We should ask our referee chairperson.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what. I want to know the answer. I got to know this answer. So we want to find this out for you, not just for Coach Coons, but for everyone, because technically, that's right. That's a low kick. At this point, it's never called that way. It's always called for the person
especially
falling
when both
down.
people turn
Right
at the same time like that.
So if he turned, they're both turning, and no one's standing up. So we'll get to the bottom of that. That's a great question.
It is not because you are a great coach, sir. It's because you're delirious. So we would like for you to.
Yeah, that's lack of sleep from having about 35 children.
Yeah. Father Abraham and many sons. But no, again, we wish you all the best, man.
Yeah, congratulations to you, Jesse Coons, on the birth of your daughter. That's obviously a great feat. Probably
we
some
hope your
of the most proud
your
moments.
wife is doing well.
Well, interesting enough, the same spin back kick and the same cut kick. Actually, it was 2 back kicks last time, but this time it was a cut kick, and it wasn't low. The cut kick wasn't low, and it didn't knock him down. So I think he might be onto something. Jexo doing a good job here. He's kind of got himself back in this match just a bit. I mean, I know it's 13 points, but all of a sudden now it's 12, and
it looks much more competitive now than it did a little while ago.
It started looking bleak for a little while, but what he's done is he's kind of found himself back in this match with a little bit of offense and a turn right there. So what does he do? He hits the turn again. He'll receive 2. He's going to lose a point, but he's going to gain 2 more. So nice work here by Jexo to kind of dig himself out of a pretty large hole. Now he's still down, but it's single digits here, so a couple more spins like that and he'll be right back in it. That's good movement and good pressure by Juan Carlos. He's keeping his knee up, continues the cut, continues to pepper him with the cut. I love that. Setting up something here, it looks like. And he just slides back, so it wasn't much of a setup as he slid back. If he's going to set it up, he needs to go ahead and finish it. There's, again, back to the stabbing, almost jab-like cut that he's throwing over and over again. Good space. He's eating up a lot of the space with that. There's that turn he's looking for again, a little late. Good job of Jexo to manage space, close the distance, spin to the middle. Solid coaching by his coach to have him do the right thing there. So just 10 seconds left. And Juan Carlos is going to move himself into the 3rd round with a 9-point lead. So this is far from over, Sherm. At 22-13, we got ourselves a match here in the quarterfinals between Juan Carlos Norzagure of Colorado and Jexo of Illinois. The winner of that is going to move to the semifinals where they get to take on the #1 seed, David Kim.
We do have a referee on here, Elva Adams, who says she'd give Hong the Kyungo for kicking low.
Well, she's an Olympic referee.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's obviously what we want to find out. We want to know what your thought is, but what's their thought? I mean, that's what Miss Adams is. That's her thought, and I couldn't agree more. But what was the thought here with these guys? You know, because referee Josh Kalish decided it was he went down. Yeah, I guess, you know, honestly, when some of these are those type of calls, it could be a question of just
Referee discretion?
without question.
Yeah.
You know, it is a personal, almost a personal preference type decision, or what you see. And I think what you said best. Referee discretion is there, and he saw it as a valid kick that drove the player down to the ground. So round 3 here. Norzagaray from Colorado in the red. So from Illinois in the blue. This is quarterfinals. This is under 58 kilograms, and this is our 3rd round.
Hit us up on Facebook with those thumbs up for blue and those hearts for red. Not the smiley and the frowny face. That doesn't apply to anybody.
The frowny face applies to Sherman. And
Yes,
the smiley
Jeffrey
face,
Williams, you did say referee discretion. Congratulations. If I had a cookie, I would give it to you.
Yeah, we'll give
but I
you
have not
we'll
one.
give you a little heart.
Yeah, I'll give you a little. I'll give you an expression, sir. I got one for you, right there.
If you want more Sherman, then you need to continue to give
all right,
him
sir.
the
Focus
sad
focus on the
thumbs down.
match.
22-13
Focus on
still.
the match. So he's maintaining this 9-point lead.
He spun a little bit, got himself out of control.
That was a spinneroonie. And Coach Jennings wants a request, but in his own fashion of as emotionally dramatic as possible. He stands in size and as demonstrative as he is known to do. But he's true to form. Oh, he's true to form.
No question. Yeah, I think he's wondering why there's a deduction given to his player.
And the
Because he
spinneroonie,
thought the kick scored.
And the spinneroonie was not the object of.
Yeah, that's a technical term for that, spinneroonie.
It isn't.
Okay.
It isn't. There's a famous wrestler. Do you remember who that is? Who used to do the spinneroonie?
Is it Andre the Giant?
Right. Done talking to you for the rest of the match, because you, sir, are mentally delinquent.
This is match number 400 for
Booker
Sherman
T.
and I, so we're a little
Booker
bit.
T used to do the spinneroonie.
Yeah, my good friend Booker T. Him
Your good
and I
friend.
used to hang out and play video games at the arcade. It was fun.
He had to roll the quarters up on the top of
he's so
Miss
good at
Pac-Man.
Dig Dug. He
And
can really dig
Dig
Dug.
Dug is my favorite game.
Man, he can play that.
Dig Dug and Gallagher were two of my. What's your favorite video game?
No, it's got to be old school though.
Yeah, an old school video game. So I said Dig Dug and Gallagher. What are some of your favorite games?
I'm sure we're going to get some good ones here. Somebody throw out. Someone's got to throw out.
Somebody wrote, "Let's go where?" I don't think.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I never played that.
Let's Go Where is a video game?
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders is very old, but very good.
You cannot knock the OG Space Invaders.
Yeah, like and how about Asteroids?
Yeah, Missile Command.
Oh, Missile Command was hard, but it was fun.
Hey, what about Tempest? You remember Tempest?
That's
You
what I was
had
trying to figure out. I
go
couldn't
around
remember
that thing.
I thoroughly loved Tempest.
Street Fighter. Oh, Street Fighter. Come on, forget about it. Street Fighter was the business. Then it got complicated. Then there were 800 characters to
What's
choose
the
from.
one? Track and Field. Oh, I love track and field.
Do you guys remember when we had the what was that, the 5200, and they had the pad that you could be at home and you could bang on the floor?
So track and field.
Breakout was good.
Breakout was hard. These are hard games. 24-15. Norzagaray over Jake So. We got good action here with 45 seconds left, and there's a punch point for Norzagaray. So he's going to keep his 10-point lead. Really never got past about 8 for So he's going to have to find a way to do some things and get some head kick points. The spin kick's not going to work as Norzaguray's too solid with the cut.
And he's too long.
So he's going to have to go inside of it and get that axe kick over the shoulder. Nice sliding cut kick by Juan Carlos. Wow, that's beautiful technique.
Trent Alberts wrote Skyrim. Trent, this is an older people conversation, sir. No one even knows that word looks like you're speaking in tongues. Christine Defender, and then of course Defender had an advanced Stargate.
Oh, I like
It had-
Stargate.
Yes,
I like
Christina. We know
Stargate.
what Gallagher, Coach Bobby Vargas. You already know. You already
I
know.
I honestly thought Stargate was better than Defender.
Yeah, it was because you had more options and you could teleport to those other. Oh man, that was great stuff.
I'm surprised no one thrown out Donkey Kong. I expected to see it.
Donkey Kong.
Oh, that's nice. 2 turns back to back. But congratulations to Juan Carlos Norzaguray as he comes out with a 30-15 win over Jake So of Illinois.
Yeah.
So Juan Carlos now in the semis where he'll take on his teammate, David Kim.
David Kim.
So we have our first semifinal set, David Kim and Juan Carlos Norzaguray. Up next, we're going to be our 3rd quarterfinal of the evening between Damian Villa of California and Isaac
Weintraub
of Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Pitfall. Chi-Bait.
I've been
Pitfall
trying
was
I didn't know
great.
the name of that. I couldn't
Oh
remember the name of
my
it.
gosh, that's a great game.
That jumped up to the top 3, Chi-Baits. Is that who did it, Chi-Baits?
Yeah, Chi, that was it.
That jumps up to the top 3.
You had to jump over those little quicksand
man.
pits.
You had to grab the rope and swing over,
Yes,
right? Yeah, that's
yes.
good stuff. That's good stuff right there. Man, Pitfall is up there. It's up there. There's no question. So congratulations, Jake So, as he made it to the quarterfinals here as the 4 seed. He's been taken out by Juan Carlos Norzaguray. Again, 2 more quarterfinal matches. And I said Jake, I meant to say Jesse So there, so I apologize to Jake. That's Jesse So. Boy, they're hard for me to tell the difference. They're twins. Please forgive me, gentlemen. Up next, again, Damian Villa and Isaac Weintraub. Take a quick timeout. Here they come.
All right, our next quarterfinal matchup in blue from California, Damian Villa. And in red from Oklahoma, Isaac Weintraub.
And our quarterfinalists have entered the arena here in the minus 58 kilogram division between Damian Villa, the number 2 seed from California, taking on the number 10 seed, Isaac Weintraub from Oklahoma. Damian had a bye to the quarterfinals where Isaac took out Jake So from Illinois in the round of 16. Damian is 58 kilograms. He's 5'7", from Villa's Taekwondo and coached by his father, Gus Villa. Today it'll be his brother coaching him. I beg your pardon, that is his brother, Gus Villa. Coaching him there. He's named that as his coach. He's 29 years of age from LA, Los Angeles that is. He attends East LA College and he's trying to get a double major in marketing. It looks like he says AA marketing. I wonder if that means advertising. He graduated in 2017. He says he's on the 2019 U.S. national team. He's a 2019 bronze medalist at the U.S. Open and a 2019 gold medalist at the Palestinian G1 Open, so that's solid stuff. He enjoys cooking, coaching, and piano. On the other side, Isaac Weintraub is 5'9". He's 58 kilograms exactly from University of Central Oklahoma Taekwondo and Poos Taekwondo, coached by Jason Poos, but coached by Russ Gale here today. He's from Sarasota, Florida, but lives in Oklahoma full-time as a student at the university where he's pursuing a degree in business management. He's a 2017 collegiate national champion. He's also on that national team that year as well for the collegiate team. He's a 3-time collegiate national champion overall and a 2019 bronze medalist at the USATKD National Championships. He enjoys rock climbing in his spare time. So good action here. Both guys trying to find the distance. A little good touch there by Villa. Weintraub on the attack often here. Villa doing a good job of kind of staying out of the range of the longer Weintraub. Good little front leg hook kick by Damian Villa. Just using, he's a shorter fighter, but he's very explosive. And he comes in and deserves a point for a punch and gets it. Just 10 seconds left in the first round. And interesting enough, both guys punch. Weintraub gets one light. And that's the end of the first round, where Villa holding to a slim 1-0 lead over Isaac Weintraub of Oklahoma. Yeah, Weintraub on the attack most of that first round, but Damian Villa did a great job of using the entire ring for spacing and definitely closing the space with the jam. I liked his front leg hook kick underneath the cut. When Isaac Weintraub tried to cut and go high, Villa did an excellent job of snapping the front leg hook kick underneath the cut kick to the open body protection. He did get a couple touches there, but give Isaac Weintraub a lot of credit. He did get his left arm down there to cover it as best he could. So both players here have not scored a kick yet, but they have some touches. It is coming. Damian Villa, again, another one of these very experienced fighters at 29 years of age. A world championships medalist, actually for the country of Mexico, back in 2013. So been around a long time. Nice axe kick by Weintraub. Good cover by Damian Villa. That axe kick looked like it was going to score to the headgear. Give him a lot of credit, but good action here as both players are trying to step up the action a little bit. A little bit of equipment fixing here by Damian Villa. And the medical staff will come out and tape it so we don't have to deal with that for the entire match. So solid to see that, to come out there and handle that quickly. Back to action here. This is the second round of the quarterfinals between Weintraub of Oklahoma in the red, Villa from California in the blue. The winner moves on to the semifinals, where they'll take on the winner of Chandler Torres and James Howe, I should say, from Florida. Chandler Torres is from California now, it looks like, but he resided in Illinois for most of his time. So good punch. Villa scores the punch. Both guys punch, and this time Damian Villa got his punch off just a little earlier, so he'll be up 2-0 now on Isaac Weintraub. Damian Villa's done a good job of weathering Isaac Weintraub's, different flurries of front kick. There's the front leg, there's the axe kick, there's the roundhouse kick, and then he kind of closes the space, and Weintraub's letting him. Yeah, good sportsmanship by both guys there. And that's going to be a deduction for kicking the leg. So now it's 2-1. Nice sliding cut by Villa just to kind of keep him off balance. That's sort of been the MO of this, is for Isaac Weintraub to throw the right leg cut and look for the follow. And Damian Villa, that's a good 3-6. That's a good little change up there late in the second round. Weintraub will hold on to his lead. I beg your pardon. Damian Villa will hold on to his lead. He's up 2-1, so nothing's changed. A 1-point lead for Villa going into the third round. Neither guy have been able to find the chest protector here with their foot. Punches and deductions are the points scored at this point. So you can see Coach Gale giving some advice here to Isaac Weintraub, trying to find a way to get through that tight cover of Damian Villa. The interior defense of Villa has been good. He's been able to kind of cover out the looping head kick of Weintraub, and he's also been able to kind of weather that little cut where he's been able to snap it early and often in his round of 16 match. Villa's done a good job of just nullifying it here in the quarters. So here we go, third round. This is the quarterfinals. This is minus 58 kilogram category. Let's do it. Isaac Weintraub down by 1 to Damian Villa. Nice start cutting by Weintraub, trying to be physical with the cut. Villa doing a good job of just covering it and moving just enough. The good side-to-side movement, using the whole ring to his advantage so far. Oh, there's a snapping cut by Weintraub. Very close that time. Both those guys very close. Both guys touched the chest protector good with their foot. So very close by Villa, very close by Weintraub. Again, a very close match. So this one's going to go either way. Who can execute late in the third round might be the difference here. Just trying to get the distance, but Damian Villa does a good job of just backing out. But then next time he doesn't move. He just kind of stays there and cancels and then jams. So again, some good distance control by Villa. Weintraub doing all the work here, though. He's been attacking for most of this match. He's been on the physical cut. Just can he find the chest protector with one of these kicks to take the lead here with just a minute left in the third round, down by 1 to the experienced Damian Villa from California. Looks for the punch point, doesn't receive it. Back to action here, 55 seconds left. There's a punch and a follow by Weintraub. The touches are in his favor here in the second round, so I beg your pardon, the third round. Therefore, he's gonna have to score here as he's down by 1. There's just 30 seconds or so left in the third round. The winner moves on to the semifinals. The loser's out of this event. Good cutting. There's a punch by Weintraub. Oh, 2 lights came up, and there's going to be no challenge by the coach. Both referees pushed it. That's unfortunate for Weintraub. I think he would have got the point. 10 seconds left, down by 1. Isaac Weintraub's going to have to score. Damian Villa is going to come away with the win without scoring a point. And a body and a back kick, wow. And that's impossible for the time to be out, as you'll see that the coach will ask for some time and he'll get some, because there's no way she could say Calio and the clock continue to run. Interesting enough, there was no challenge there by Coach Gale. 2 lights went up for a punch. Now I'm not sure, and it was 2 different people, if I'm pretty sure. 3 seconds left here, so they've added 3 seconds to the clock.
Wow.
That might be a little much, actually.
That seems
a little excessive there as far as time, but now they drop it down to 2. More likely 2 seconds is probably closer to it. So, that was a nice double kick. Unfortunate. Looks like he contacted the chest protector again. And that's a deduction, and we're going to overtime as he went out of bounds right before the time went out. So we'll see if it gets challenged. Yeah, it should get challenged.
It's getting challenged.
It should get challenged, and I'd be remiss to say there's no way he could be out of bounds in time. I didn't think he went out of bounds in time, so this will be interesting to see. So we'll see if we get to see some things here. It would be the very last exchange. And let's see if we can see if it's... The problem is we may be able to see it. We may not be able to see where the time was.
Right.
You know, at the
because
time.
we need to see his foot and the time.
Correct. But interesting enough, if we can't see it, they won't be able to see it. Here's 2 seconds. I'm going to watch the clock. He's out now. No, he's definitely out. Yeah, he's out. So this is going to go to overtime here, as he was out with just under a second left. It's pretty obvious. It looked pretty obvious here to us. That's great camera work, guys. That's very impressive.
Oh, this is an even better angle.
Yeah, I don't know if it is because the other one was so tight, but let's see.
See, so he's
right
out
there,
now,
he's out,
right.
and there's still plenty of time
And you
on
can
that
see
clock.
the clock in the
yeah,
back. Great
it's
work
easy.
from Wiggins.
Wow, it's impressive, Steve. I mean, just impressive work there because I wasn't sure we were going to get to see all of that. Not only did we see it, it was clear as day. So he's in bounds. There's still time on the clock. Still in bounds here. He's still in there. It's this last little hop.
At 1.
And I'll tell you when he's out, and he's out right now.
At .70.
Yeah, 0.7 seconds left. He's out of bounds, and therefore, this is an overtime match here at this point. As we go into overtime, what are you going to look for from these guys to try to win this match?
I'm going to look for the punch from Damien.
Correct.
I would expect to see a real tight Wiggins from Isaac.
Yeah, if he's prepared for it, if he's on
or a cut and a turn.
Yeah, the problem with the punches coming defensively when Isaac has his foot out. So you're right, he's gonna have to pull his foot tighter and then reach up and hit it. But that last little series where he did roundhouse kicks and double kicks, where he was very busy, I think that can win you the match here if you're willing to take that chance.
Yeah.
One punch doesn't lose this for you.
True.
So you could take that chance and go active with that, and I think he'd have a good chance of winning the match.
Because I don't think Damien is in this season of his career to do that
I agree.
anymore.
I
to
agree.
go back and forth.
Yeah,
with
I couldn't agree more.
And trade in multiplicity like that.
Yeah, he's still obviously he's a super world-class elite fighter.
But he's not the guy. That was him.
See, he's still in bounds, in my opinion, right there.
But it's at .7 because he takes one more hop back.
There's no way you're in bounds. In fact, almost the entire foot's out of bounds there, and there's 0.67 seconds. We saw it at 0.7, so that's even later. So look, they're getting a good view of it for everyone to see. He's out of bounds. Yeah, I don't think that's correct, because they said yes to it. So if they say yes, the match is over? That's impossible. No, that's not, really, this is not possible. Yeah, that's not right. They made a mistake here, so they're going to have to rectify it, because if his foot's in bounds, out of bounds, with time left on the clock, that's a deduction that she gave. She can't waive that off. So I think there might be a mistake here. We'll try to get to the bottom of it. Interesting call. So we'll take a moment. We'll take a quick timeout, come back with our last quarterfinal of the evening between Chandler Torres and James Howe. Yeah, still on.
All right, our final quarterfinal matchup in the men's under 58 kilogram division. In blue, from Illinois, Chandler Torres. And in red, from Florida, James Howe.
And we're getting confirmation that it has to be your entire foot out. So if that's the case, then his toe was still in. Therefore, he's still in. Congratulations.
He had a lot of big toe dexterity that saved him
good.
there.
Congratulations to Damian Villa, but we'll make sure of that. We just thought it was any part of the foot. So if that's not the case, that's completely going to be, in this case, my mistake. Impressive match. Look, the cover in that match by both those guys was really solid, as no one could have really scored to the body or to the head with the foot. But congratulations to, that's the number 2 seed moving on, and Damian Villa. On the other side, Isaac Weintraub, quarterfinal finish here at the Grand Slam in the minus 58 kilogram division. Congratulations to you. This is the match I've been waiting for at the quarterfinals, Sherman.
Yep.
Excited to watch this one right here. This is Chandler Torres, the young gun, taking on James Howe, the seasoned veteran. Chandler Torres, 5'9", 53 kilograms, from Quest Taekwondo and Flying V Martial Arts, coached by Dean Vargas here today. He has 17 years, and his hometown is Harwood Heights, Illinois, where he attends Maine South High School.
Maine South.
You know that.
Yes. We had this, I think we had this discussion before, and somebody questioned whether or not I actually knew where it was. I don't even know where it is. I just know Maine South is an actual school in the Chicago metropolitan area.
James Howe, solid punch to score 1-0. So this will be interesting to see how much respect Chandler Torres gives to the veteran James Howe.
Somebody that he's obviously looked up to. James has had a long career in finweight and flyweight.
James Howe is the I beg your pardon, Chandler Torres is the 2019 Junior Grand Slam champion. He's also the 2019 Junior National Team member, and he's a gold medalist at the Junior National Championship, so solid. There's James Howe with a score to take it to 3-0. Now another punch, take it to 4-0. Great job by James Howe finding it early and often. James Howe is 5'10", 127 pounds. He's from Peak Performance Miami, where his home coach is Juan Moreno. He's coached today by Russell Benaby. He's from San Jose, California originally, and where he attends Diablo Valley College. He's looking for an associate's degree, or he has one. It's hard for me to tell. He's the 2019 national champion in the 58 kilogram division. He won a silver medal at the Puerto Rican Open in 2019. He won a bronze medal at the Mexican Open in 2019. I like what James likes to do in his spare time, and this is vintage James. Just 3 seconds left, 4-0. Shutting out the active and busy Torres, so well done by James Howe here in the first round. In his spare time, he likes to support his Green Bay Packers.
He has done that.
And his Golden State Warriors.
He has done both of those all the time that I've known him.
Yes, exactly.
I like his faithfulness and his commitment.
No, it's always been.
We've had some great football conversations on a couple of those trips.
We've had great football. You know, we've been on the national team coaches. We've been on the national team, and the Packers have always been good, so it was something to talk about. But this guy was a fan of the Warriors before they were good.
Right.
He never wavered.
He repped the Bay when nobody but E40 and Too Short and them were repping the Bay and Mac 10.
Yeah, I'm a good friend of Mac 10. On the other, and I'll tell you, when they did become good, they beat my Thunder.
Well,
he let me know about it early and often.
Somehow you managed to work the Thunder into the conversation.
Well, they're fantastic.
Doesn't Kevin Durant play for them?
Is he still alive?
All right, here we go. Round number 2.
Quarterfinals, James Howe in the red from Florida. Chandler Torres from California. And Chandler Torres with a nice little snap to score.
Yeah, he came out the gate.
And Chandler Torres is up the action here. I like it.
Right. I think one of the things that Coach Vargas was telling him was, listen, you can't be out there standing around waiting to get beat by James Howe.
Chandler Torres is really savvy at scoring on this Hogu, so don't be surprised if this becomes a really tight match. He's got great coaching in Dean Vargas. He's really adept at scoring, and his speed is world class. Good snapping cut by James Howe, just keeping him off balance. He lifts it and cuts with it so fast. There's no extra movement. I love that about James. He just has no extra movement. He lifts the foot. Very efficient kicking by the savvy James Howe. Referee asking him for the fight. James Howe throws a quick cut. Good punch by James.
Nice.
Oh, it's a nice punch. And a great cover because I thought
he closed his body to make sure that follow didn't get him.
And a beautiful cut kick there that scores. I thought for sure Chandler Torres was going to hit him in the head. James Howe, so
savvy,
smart.
man.
So smart. Just clever fighter here. Oh, a nice little front leg to the face. Almost connects James to James' headgear.
Now slide the cut, right? It's open. Quick cut to the body. Yes. Both hands come together. Front hand out, front hand out.
Good sliding cut, multiple, and a spin. There's
I
Torres
say
again.
this all the time, man. I think James Howe has one of the best turns in those lighter weights, man. In terms of, I've watched him do the 360 out of bounds. I've watched him do all of that. Man, he has such a tight turn.
Yeah, when you talk fundamentally sound, you might as well just put a picture of him right there on spins.
He's been classically trained, and he's made a good transition to this new, much more dynamic front leg dependent style, man. You know, there are a whole lot of triple OGs who couldn't transition, but he has been. You know, from our World Championship, you know, Pan Am's, from those days where we were fighting straight up to this, you know, he's been.
Yeah, interesting enough, you know, he had that turn. Let's go back. Let's take everyone back just for a second. So we have about 20 seconds. Back in 2003, he's on the junior.
I was going to say, in Brazil, he had
that turn.
He spun on the top, man.
So we got to give some credit where credit's due on that thing. That goes out to Troy Gar.
Right.
Because Troy was his coach.
Back in the Bay again.
Troy was his coach at that time.
Because they were coaches / mentors to him
when
he was a kid. And James Howe has great parents, great family. I wish his family well. I hope they are doing well.
Yeah, clearly he's professionally trained at Peak Performance Miami, but you got to give some credit there to Troy Gar, my man.
Yeah, oh man,
I love Troy.
National team member.
Shout out to you, Troy.
Yeah, we were teammates on the collegiate team, man.
Yeah.
Troy Gar gave you that work, man. You did not want that welterweight work.
That was nice work there. I know that he's going to get a deduction for falling, but that was a nice inside roundhouse kick by the long James Howe to compress his leg and try to score there. Just unfortunate, didn't score, and he slipped in the process. But I thought this would be an interesting match here, Sherm, and it's starting to become that way.
I think we got to look at that.
Interested, like I said, I didn't think this could be a major blowout because Chandler Torres, for a junior fighter, he's one of the better ones. And there you go, little skip roundhouse kick.
Slid in there, yeah. Chandler Torres can thump, man.
And sure enough, you look up, and we're just 30 seconds into this third round, so there's only a minute and a half left, and this is anyone's match.
That's right. We forget the Manila TKD. His days at Manila.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, my gosh. You're right. You're right.
Those guys spun like crazy.
Listen, Henry Cruz had them jokers turning, man.
No question about it. So, yeah, we're going to
go ahead and give him that point. Yeah, because that punch.
That's a great punch by James Howe.
That punch makes your pulmonary aorta start to hurt.
And there's the cut. James, as this thing started to tighten up, James finds the range with the punch, then turns around, scores a snapping cut, and what does he do again? Goes right back to the punch, and has separated this match by 5 points.
And so now he has you thinking that he's going to compress. And what does he do right after that? He bails.
Yeah, he backs up a little bit, so he keeping the younger Torres off balance.
Keeping him thinking. So I don't care what this is still a thinking man's game.
There's a nice punch by Torres.
Good. And he tried to roll with it to kind of absorb it, but he got it out. It's 20 seconds, so Torres is well within this game.
That's another punch. Can he score it? No.
He muffled that one, but 20 seconds. It's only 4 points. He can make that up in no time.
Yeah, there's no sense of urgency. Chandler Torres is going to have to get on his horse here. Down by 4. If you're satisfied with the quarterfinal finish, stay there. Otherwise, he'll have to get busy early and often. Now, just under 10 seconds, still down by 4. One spin kick will do it. If he can score to the head, score to the body, he'd have a chance. But James Howells just knows what to do. I mean, you don't do this for, multiple decades.
All the world championships, all the Pan Am championships, all the junior events, all the collegiate events. Great job, man. It's good to see these young guys coming along.
Yeah, congratulations. Chandler Torres, great tournament today. Quarterfinal finish for you. But it is James Howell, the number 3 seed, moving on. I always say, you like to say incomparable. I'm going to say just the superior James Howell there, because that could have gone either way. What does he do? He finds a way to score points late. That's what champions do.
All right, guys, we will have a 15-minute break. 15-minute break, and then we'll be back with our first semifinal match. In blue, we'll have David Kim from Colorado. In red, we'll have Juan Carlos Nozagare, also from Colorado. We'll see you back here in 15.
What's good, y'all? We here with some entertainment for the folks. I'm CJ.
I'm Kalfani.
This my team on my back.
This my team.
And we about to take a dub. Let's go! Let's get it going. All right.
Shoot. Shoot.
Come on, Elena, you can't get no. Mix it up!
You got this.
All right.
Come on, Elena.
Use that.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
She has to say you guys did it again.
She said she's at it.
Hey, protest.
Video replay.
You start.
Video replay. We need to see.
Let's go. Again, it's 1-0.
Let's go. You got this. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
That's what we got! One more.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, yeah, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Who next? Here we go. What you want? What you want? You don't want this fade, that's all I know.
Let's go. Who's next? Who wants to die next?
Ready. All right, let's go. Let's get it going. Let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Uh-oh.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
You straight? Come on now. I'll keep you ready for what's coming.
She's not. Yeah! It's okay! Don't hurt! It will when we win tonight. Let's go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Keep it up. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I want the fade. Let's go. Let's go. Go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah!
What you waiting for? Let's go. Let's keep going. You only got one.
Let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. So here's the rules. I got my finger, right? I'm gonna point in different directions, right? Up, down, right, left. And the main point is for him not to look in the direction that I look to. If he does, then he's cut. All right, here we go.
Let's go, Kalfani. Let's go, Kalfani. Go, CJ! CJ.
Down.
Pay attention to the hands. Watch
Wait a second. You gotta go. You going this. Wait for me to move. I went like this and I look down. You just gotta go. Nah, you just mad because you lost. No, you just gotta go. All right, here we go. Ready to go.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands.
What's your talk? What's your talk? Who next? Who next? Yeah. Am I going this way? Am I going up, down? Probably down. Your turn. What you want?
Let's go, Cuba.
I don't like that.
Go ahead.
What I know inside your head
My head.
is that you think I'm gonna go that way.
Really?
Yeah. So I am. What if I did it again? What would you think?
Do it.
Oh, really? What if I just went down? Get out of here! Who won it? Let's go, CJ. Got nothing.
Let's go, CJ.
Up, down, left, right. Okay! That's an automatic play for me. All right. Okay. What's on your shoes?
You're gonna go up, aren't you?
I don't know.
You are. You're going.
We ran into a problem. You looking up. Okay.
I'm not looking up.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you?
That's one.
Let's go. Let's go.
scared, aren't you?
Oh, I'm real scared.
Ready for this? See ya.
Guess what? We still in this thing. Let's go.
Joey's looking down.
You didn't even look. That's an automatic point. Automatic point. All we need is one more. All we need is one more. It's all right. Look up. Yeah, you are. Who won next? Who won next? Uh-oh. All right, you got to turn a little bit faster. Uh-oh. Hey. She said, uh-oh. She said, do. And then I do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it going. You gotta get it going. Her still.
Okay.
Y'all gotta turn faster. Oh. Wait, what she said?
She wasn't ready.
She pointed at her. All right, listen. We gotta do more discreet turns. You can't go. We gotta do more. You gotta go. Both of y'all. This isn't a bias.
Mine was
Nah, y'all going like this and then turn it.
Ready? Let's go. What? Isn't it my go? No, you just swear. No, she could.
Yeah, but it's hers. No, she went like this and it was weird, so we don't know. So she won't go.
I said.
Reset from the start. 0-0.
Okay. So who's turn? You got it.
Uh-oh. Yup. You need one more. Go again. Nah, it's hers.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm just a little.
What happened? What happened?
Go on. One more.
You got the champ in the building.
Let's go on.
Who ain't even got legs? I don't think anybody. That's a dub. Let's go.
Come on.
Oh, I thought you already played.
Go on. Finish strong. Go. Did she go? That's what you guys said last
We still got the whole thing.
time. What's up?
Yeah, we should change that rule after this game, but okay. Nah, we go. Oh! Dubs on me. That's the end of the game. That's the end of the game. That's a dub right there. I like those. Thank you.
That's what I thought.
That's the end of the game. That's the end of the game. That's a dub right there. I like those. Thank you.
That's what I thought.
The end of the game. That's the end of the game. That's a dub right there. I like those. Thank you.
Round 3. Rock, paper, scissors.
right, are you ready for our first semifinal in men's minus 58 kilograms? Let me hear you make some noise. Okay. In blue, from Colorado, David Kim. And in red, also from Colorado, Juan Carlos Nozagare.
And our semifinalists in the minus 58 kilogram division have entered the arena. The number 1 seed, David Kim, taking on the number 5 seed, Juan Carlos Nozagare. David Kim is 5'9", 130. He's from the WCAP program, coached by Terrence Jennings. His hometown is Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and he won a Pan Am Games bronze medal in 2019. That's a great medal for him, too. That's a tough tournament. On the other side, you've got Juan Carlos Nozagare. He's 5'10", 126 pounds. He's also from the WCAP program, coached by Terrence Jennings and David Bartlett. His hometown is El Paso, Texas. He currently attends Pikes Peak Community College. He was on the 7th Military Games team, and he won a bronze medal at the 2019 U.S. National Championships. David Kim scores early to take a 2-0 lead. Juan Carlos enjoys hunting and fishing in his spare time. David Kim has no hobbies.
That's odd.
So again, teammates here, as they've been training together at least for a year. Both guys in Colorado at the Army program, coached by Jennings and Bartlett, like we said. So David Kim going to be coached by Terrence Jennings for this match. I beg your pardon, Juan Carlos Nozagare is being coached by Terrence Jennings, and David Bartlett is coaching David Kim. Yeah, hard for us to see the colors down there that's so dark in those corners. I tell you what, Juan Carlos doing a good job of weathering all those front leg flip overs that David Kim does so well. And he's standing with his right leg in front, so in this closed position, David Kim's having a little harder time throwing that right leg and slapping it on the back of the chest protector because he's standing closed off. So whether it's intentional or that's his thing, now he's switched, so this is back to David's more comfortable position in the open stands. And David Kim scores to take it to 6-2. Good, and they'll follow. Cut again by Juan Carlos, then he follows with the right leg. Well done, doesn't score, but excellent work there. And I think that'll pay dividends here later in the match. That ends around 6-2, David Kim over Juan Carlos Nozagare. Yeah, and interesting enough, David Bartlett, like I said, this is him coaching David Kim here. David, a former elite fighter as well, on the national team at one time.
Yep.
Also coached on the national team in 2011 and at the World Championships. I don't know if he did any coaching, but he was definitely on the staff as an assistant coach because he was my roommate.
Yeah, he was on the staff somewhere else. We traveled. I traveled somewhere with him. I didn't go to Worlds in 11, but we went somewhere together. He was on the staff for a couple of events. So Jay, we got some clarity on that foot out of bounds rule. Shout out to Jeffrey Williams, who apparently has been paying attention to all the teachings we've been giving him.
Yeah, no, it was good to get some. And
the rule is that if any part of your foot is still in, you're in.
Yeah, and give Damian B a ton of credit. He kept his toe inside there.
For holding on, he used
the
strength of the toe of the sloth to hold on to that octagon to make sure he didn't go out of bounds.
And
well
interesting
played,
enough,
sir.
and now it's 8-4, so nothing's changed as far as points, but there's David Kim. There's a slapping backside. And he's done it twice now, and then there's a trade there to get another point. And this is what I don't like about what Juan Carlos is doing. He switched to his right leg in front, and I felt like he got himself comfortable. Right? It was in the closed stance when David Kim had his right leg in front. So you need to have your right leg in front to try to minimize that. But
Right.
in this case, he's not doing it, and this is where David Kim has found his range with this little flip over that you see he's doing there. Yeah, and on that interpretation that we found the ruling, and so we're glad that I want to go back and give a lot of credit to the referees because they got it right.
Yep.
And in this case, I got it wrong. But in the para, so you guys know also, focusing on a lot on the para lately, there's a plane there, so anything that goes out is out. And it's ever changing here in this sport. As you guys know, the rules change early and often throughout the years. So we got it right, and the right guys in the semifinals without having to go to overtime. So congratulations to Damian. He'll be in the semifinals competing against James Howe.
James Howe.
And on this side, David Kim has stretched his lead to 14-7 now. So. And here, David Kim's got his left leg in front, which is a little different. And you could tell he didn't feel comfortable with it because he backed straight up, and Juan Carlos couldn't make him pay for it. Now he's back to the conventional right leg in front for him, where this is what he much feels more comfortable with. And here's the close stance that I was hoping Juan Carlos was going to do, is stay there. But David Kim prefers open, so what does he do? He switches feet as well. So an adjustment made by Juan Carlos follows by an adjustment by David Kim, and David Kim finds the inside right leg roundhouse kick in that trading or pocket kicking, and sure enough, he's now stretched at 9-point lead. Great action here in the semifinals here. That's the second round. David Kim, the number 1 seed, taking on the 5 seed, Juan Carlos. David is in the blue, Juan Carlos in the red. Juan Carlos being coached by Terrence Jennings here. While we have a couple seconds, we'll maybe...
Jeffrey Williams, did you hear your congratulations, your salutation?
I'm sure he'll let us know. Thanks for logging on. We have a lot of people logging on here. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you guys for jumping on. Let's see what's happening over on YouTube.
Third round here, semifinal action. David Kim in the blue, taking on Juan Carlos Nozaguray in the red. David with a 16-18 now 7 lead. Content to keep his right leg in front and focus on the cut and the cut flip over to the roundhouse kick, whether it be to the front side or the back side. Nice athletic jump out so he doesn't get scored on there. So solid, showing some athleticism by David Kim.
Remember, if you are rooting for David Kim,
good punch by Juan
Let
Carlos.
me get those thumbs up, yeah. And if you're rooting for Juan Carlos, let me get those red hearts. I see some blues. I see some blues.
Nice little. There's the inside. When somebody's punching, there's the front leg Wiggins that we talk about there.
Yep.
Juan Carlos. There it is again. Almost scores it again, but doesn't. And David Kim gets the point for the punch. So you got to capitalize on those opportunities as David's lunging in, and Juan Carlos can compress his foot in tight to the Hogu. Did
So
it the
that
first
you
time.
basically give yourself,
He
score on yourself.
couldn't quite execute it the second time. But that was extremely athletic as he kind of jumps over and scores the axe kick to the back of David Kim's head. Really athletic move by Juan Carlos to get himself to double digits at 10, but still down by 11 here with just under a minute left in the third round of this semifinal. David Kim with
Very nice fast off the line.
Yeah, just sneaky, almost a defensive offensive move, if you will.
That's
back,
a good
back,
punch.
and then in, and back, and again, just understands distance. David Kim understands how to be just out of the way on the first one and even the second one, and then close on that third one. There he tried it there, but he tried a secondary try, and he scores it. So he slides back and then in. Juan Carlos now up to 12, but still down by double digits here, under 30 seconds. He's going to have to make some big plays here, some big kicks here late. in order to find himself in the finals. So 20 seconds left. This is the 58 kilogram semifinal. David Kim holding on to this lead with 10 seconds left. Juan Carlos on the attack now. Good, beautiful back kick by Juan Carlos. Wow, doesn't score. Good job by David Kim covering up. That's a beautiful back kick by Juan Carlos. Just doesn't garner the points because the cover and the interior defense of David Kim just too solid. And that's going to end the match with David Kim moving to the finals with a 10-point win at 23-13 over the gamey Juan Carlos Norzagaray. So Juan Carlos is done for the day, but great semifinal finish for him. But it's all number 1 seed David Kim moving to the finals and awaiting the winner of Damian Villa and James Howell. Good action. You get to see some of the highlights here as we're watching them with you. As you guys watch the highlights, we're going to take a quick timeout and come back with our second semifinal here in the men's under 58 kilogram division. This is Jason Poos, Sherman Nelson, here in the broadcast zone at the National Center for Excellence, and we'll be right back.
Slam!
All right. The final semifinal match of this evening in the men's minus 58 division. We have two competitors who have a long history of competing against one another. In blue, from California, Damian Villa. And in red, from Florida, James Howell.
And our semifinalists here in the men's 58 kilogram division have entered the arena. It is the number 2 seed, Damian Villa from California, taking on the number 3 seed, James Howell from Florida.
Man, listen, these guys have been fighting since their days as juniors. And I mean the early 2000s. They have been putting in this work, and this is a nice throwback to the old GTA Manila. Right, they were fighting back in the days of paper scoring.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's some good old-fashioned. I wonder what the record is out of those matches.
Now, it'd be interesting to know. I'm sure these guys probably do know. Yeah, interesting enough, Damian, again, competed for Mexico at a time and now is back competing in the USA. Glad to have him back, of course. Damian is 5'7", he's 58 kilograms, from Villa's Taekwondo and coached by his brother, Gus Villa. He's 29 years of age. His hometown is Los Angeles, California, and he attends East LA College, I should say, and he's looking for a major in marketing.
All right, we need those thumbs up blue for Damian, hearts red for James.
James Howell is 58 kilograms. He's 5'8". He's I beg your pardon, 5'10", 127 pounds. He's from Peak Performance Miami. Home coach is Juan Moreno, coached today by Russ Benaby. He's born in 1987 from San Jose, California, where he attends Diablo Valley College, and he has an associate's degree from there. Good action here early. Both guys looking to cut. A nice little sliding roundhouse kick by Villa. Some accomplishments for Damian. He's a 2019 U.S. national team member, 2019 bronze medalist at the U.S. Open, and he won the gold medal at the 2019 Palestine Open, which was a G1. On the other side, James Howe is a 2019 national champion. He also won the silver medal at the 2019 Puerto Rican Open and a bronze medal at the 2019 Mexican Open. Just 50 seconds left here in the first round of a sort of a feeling out period. Interesting if I say that these guys have fought each other so many times, but it might have been a while since they've done this. Damian enjoys cooking, coaching, and piano in his spare time. James enjoys supporting my Green Bay Packers and Golden State Warriors and playing with my new dog, Hercules.
Hercules. I tried to resist it.
Yeah, you couldn't do it, could
Nope,
you?
couldn't do
20 seconds here. This is the semifinals. This is round one. V in the blue, Howe in the red. Both players content to kind of slow play it. James with a nice little slide roundhouse kick after he throws up a casual cut, did a fast tempo-changing roundhouse kick that almost scores. Damian follows with a combo of himself, of his own volition. It just doesn't have the reach there, James Howe. Doc Minnie's going to come out here and
give him a little tape.
Yeah, just to move this along. She knows the sport well. Great to see Doc Mindy.
And Doc Cindy.
Yeah.
We got Mindy and Cindy. We got the Indie Docs.
That's pretty trendy.
Ooh, that is fitting because it's really windy.
Thank you. Thank you. Man, these guys are flexible. They're pretty bendy.
Yeah. I'm gonna bow out at that point.
Yeah, because it's a loss. It's
Yeah.
okay. So you see the coaches. A good view of both coaches giving instruction here. On one side, Gus Villa coaching his brother. On the other side, Russ Benaby coaching James. Again, a pretty conservative first round for both of these guys, but that's probably out of respect for one another, honestly. We'll see who wants to take it to the next level as far as activity, about proactivity, and of course combination kicking. And you talked about James' world-class spin. Are we going to see the 360 roundhouse kick? Are we going to see the spinning back kick and hook kick? Because it is world-class. Damian can turn as well.
He can.
He hasn't. He didn't early in his tight win against Weintraub in the quarters. He didn't turn much there.
This Colorado altitude will have you leave a little something in the tank for later, though.
Yeah, and the weight cut might have been quite a bit. I talked to him a little bit. He seemed fine, but the weight cut's big for these guys.
Yeah, they're not getting younger. And that weight starts to settle. We appreciate you, Jeffrey. Appreciate you logging on. Appreciate the kind words, man. Let's keep growing our sport. Reaching more young people, getting more people excited.
Yeah, we do appreciate
including more people in the mix.
Always appreciate the kind words. Trying to grow the sport for everyone.
Chi-Town, stand up, baby.
Again, both guys content to kind of stand in the middle of the ring.
They're slow playing this.
James, nice flip shoulder.
Very good try. I imagine that once some points go on the board, the slow playing will probably come to an end.
Yeah, Damian did a good job of this in his last fight, so I'm going to give him a lot of credit here because, I mean, he's kept maybe the more active, longer fighters at bay with just a little slow playing
with tempo manipulation.
So he gets a lot of credit here, but James Howe is so clever. James Howe is so. I mean, again, it sounds like I'm a giant fan, and it's because I am. Oh, beautiful. Nice try. Off the line action, doesn't score. Villa pops inside, doesn't score. James tries to recover and score. Almost for both guys here, so action's picking up just a bit. James sliding around his kick, opens the door there and gets it. Takes a 2-0 lead. That's a beautiful off-time sliding front leg roundhouse kick to the stomach of Damian Villa. And there he changed it to a cut, so a little change there, trying to get him to move his arm. And there's James again trying to score the front leg. Damian Villa on the attack. James Howe too smart. What does he do? He turns him at the boundary line and works his way right back to the center ring where he wants to be. Trying to show the referee his pad is. If he's not trying to do that, that's just what she thought.
That was a mean pose, right? Looks like he was doing a robot.
Yeah, under 6 seconds. Now just 5 seconds left here in the second round. So James Howe with the only points on the board. And again, Damian's going to have to get busy because, let's be honest, he's fought 2 matches now and he hasn't scored a single kick. He got away with the punches. He got away with barely hanging in bounds and possibly a tying punch that didn't get caught by the coach in the last match. But in this match, it's not going to be like that.
Right.
He's going to have to make sure that he gets some points on James. He's going to have to get him with his feet, not his hands. Again, David Kim waiting in the holding area for the winner of these two. And either one of them that he gets, he's probably competed against both of them several times.
Yeah, I believe they were the final of the last Grand Prix.
James
Howe and
David Kim.
Yep.
If not, they did fight. I know that. I don't know if it was the finals or not, to be honest, sir. But I do remember they did fight.
I think they also fought at Nationals this year.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, they did.
So James Howe clinging to a 2-0 lead over Damian Villa. Third round action here in the semifinals of the men's under 58 kilogram division. Again, winner moves to the finals to take on David Kim for a shot at the championship here in the 2020 Grand Slam series of USA Taekwondo. Nice counter roundhouse kick by Villa. And there's James on the backside. Slides back, uses his
back
leg.
roundhouse kick.
Yeah, so he shows them conventional Taekwondo there as he gets a nice slide back, potty chuggy or change for roundhouse kick. Kind of does it almost going forward, and that's why I had the length to reach him. Damian bangs his leg there a little bit. That's a little bit uncomfortable, you could tell by the way he acted. Good cut, little flip there. Can he follow it? Those are good attacks. Doing a good job of trying to attack, but at 5-0, Damian might be in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah.
Enough.
45 seconds. James is doing a good job of covering and manipulating his hogu, rotating his body in and out so those kicks aren't landing flush.
Good punch by Villa. He scores the point there. Really physical left-hand punch there. 30 seconds left. Oh, a nice axe kick. Beautiful cover by James Howe because that came out of nowhere. Great recognition for James Howe not to get scored to the head. Hanging his cut. Damian looking for the 360 roundhouse kick, changes it to an axe kick as he spins.
And like we said earlier, Damian can turn.
Yeah, both of them can turn really well, and it'll be interesting to see. James is going to try to just keep his head out of the way because I don't think he feels Damian can score 2 body shots or a spinning kick to the body with under 20 seconds left. So I looked for him to keep his head back, look for him if he gives up a body shot, so be it, but I don't look for that to be the case. And that's a deduction for kicking after the break.
Yeah.
One that could have been challenged, and it's not. And I think that point's huge. That 4th point is gigantic for James.
Right.
And he'll get a deduction. So now it's back down to 3. But Damian hasn't shown any opportunity. That's a beautiful back kick. That ends the match right there. Beautiful back kick by James Howe. He'll get 2 more points for the back kick. That is going to end the match. He'll take it up to 10-4. So he'll have his head back, make sure he doesn't get knocked out. Good jam there, good spinning, good jamming. And that's going to end it. James Howe into the finals after beating a solid effort by Damian Villa. But right now it's all James Howe. He was able to kind of find the Hogu the first, and then add a little bit to it, and just put Damian at that time in that pursuant row where he has to pursue the rest of the match. Didn't feel comfortable doing it. So congratulations on your semifinal finish for Damian Villa from California. But it's James Howe into the finals from Florida, where he'll take on David Kim from Colorado.
All right, we'll be back with the final of the men's under 58 kilogram division. In blue, we will have David Kim, and in red, we'll have James Howe. We'll be back with that match in about 15 minutes.
Round 3, rock, paper, scissors. Winner takes all. Let's go.
Winner takes all.
Oh, we gotta see our picture.
Let's go!
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ooh! Back in the line.
You out, cuz!
Next! Oh, let's go, Monique. Oh!
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ooh. Let's go, Monique. Let's go. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah! Let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah. You better run, boy. You better run.
Hey, hold on. We can say it right now. We can say it right now.
Take her out. Go, Maya.
Stay focused. Here we go.
Let's go.
No! How we feeling the heat now?
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. We gotta go. Yeah, we gotta get tactical.
Yeah! Who we got left?
How's it go?
Who y'all got left?
All right.
We got.
Is it 3-3? Oh, it's 3-3.
Oh, yeah, we got 2.
Yes. Oh, wait.
Say rock, paper, scissors.
You said
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
woo!
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Done. Let's go. What we got? You ain't gonna let it get in your head.
You got it.
Shoot. We need some water.
That's one, Christina. Let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yeah! Hey, medic. His feelings hurt. You're still in, guys. Come on.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
That ain't nothing. What's happening, Christina? You crumbling.
You're crumbling.
You crumbling under pressure.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh!
Did I win? No, I think I won once. Oh, shit. No, I didn't.
We had a miscommunication.
Advisory. Take her out last one. No. You got this. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. We got this. Focus.
Light work.
Shoot.
Light work. Let's go.
Keep it up. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. Shoot.
Be her. Talk to her. It's not game though. We still got people in. It's not game. Wait. Calm down.
They should be the winners. They should be the.
The game's not over. Anna's still in, and we got one more person. No, we don't. No, it's not.
Let Faith and Sophie go against each other.
Right.
What is going on?
Yeah.
All right, ready? Let's go. Anna's still in. It's 1-1. Ooh, that was 2.
Don't worry.
You might have to take it off. Anna, you got this. Anna, you got this.
Shoot.
What's this?
tomorrow. I'm going against all y'all. Y'all being disrespectful.
Let's go. Ready? Come on. Let's go.
I got you.
Guys, come on. Okay,
Paper, scissors.
Rock. I wasn't ready.
Ready?
One. I know how to go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Let's go. Okay. Let's go.
Tactical
Let's
shot.
go.
Tactical shot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
We just got tactical. Aggressive plays. Here we go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Why you grabbing the scissors like that?
Yeah. Why you grabbing the scissors?
Why you trying to cut the scissors?
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. What the heck? Let's go, guys. 1, 2, 3. Wait. It's just rock, paper, scissors. I know.
No, it's rock, paper, scissors,
Ready?
shoot, guys.
1,
It's
2,
been that.
3. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right, so who I got first for test matches tomorrow? What's up, y'all? Listen, I didn't get a haircut.
All right, well, as you've seen, we won. Simple, easy, tactical. Easy, money, game.
I don't want to talk about it. Listen. We gonna take this L right now. Listen.
We're taking this outside.
We gonna take the L right now.
Lose and
Yes, that's it. We gonna take the L. We gonna learn. We gonna go back to the drawing boards. We gonna watch the film, and we gonna come back and get the dub. Oh, so so y'all don't like your dub? Okay. You don't know shit
We'll
about
take it.
It was light work, you know what I'm saying? We worked hard, we got it.
it. You just said it was light work and hard work.
No, we got it. It was light work because we worked hard. You were light work because we do hard in the gym. That's what we did.
Rock, paper, scissors.
You won today. Bye.
The USA.
Oh my God.
Alright, we in there together. One, two, three. USA!
Swizzy. All right, all right, all right. We have made it to the final match of the evening in our male under 58 kilogram final. You guys ready to see this last match? Yeah. All right, all right. But wait, I have a joke. What do you call someone who sells themselves for spaghetti? A prostitute. That joke is, listen, if you guys don't get it, that's not your fault, but that's a funny joke. Yes, yes. I'm talking to the other dads. All right, let's go. Here we go. Men's under 58. In blue, from Colorado, David Kim. And in red, from Florida, James Howe.
And our finalists in the men's under 58 kilogram division have entered the arena. You're chopping it up with Jason Poos and Sherman Nelson. This is the finals, the last match of the day for us. We've had three magnificent divisions. Let's talk a little bit about our performers here. David Kim, the finalist, is the #1 seed. He is 5'9", 130 pounds in the WCAP program, coached by Terrence Jennings and David Bartlett. Coach Jennings at the helm here today. He's 21 years of age from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. He resides in Colorado right now, and he the 2019 Pan American Games bronze medalist for Team USA. He has no hobbies outside of Taekwondo. James Howe on the other side is 5'10", 127 pounds from Peak Performance Miami, coached by Juan Moreno, coached by Russ Benaby here today. Good action with the front leg there right off the bat by James. James was born in 1987, so one of the oldest competitors in this division for sure. He's from San Jose, California.
Bay Area, baby.
He attended Diablo Valley College, and he has an associate's degree from there. Good front leg by James there, little slaps on the backside. James is the 2019 U.S. National Champion. He's the silver medalist from the Puerto Rican Open in 2019 and the bronze medalist from the 2019 Mexican Open. Good change foot roundhouse kick. Good traditional Patachuggi roundhouse kick to take a 2-0 lead by James Howell over David Kim. James does have some hobbies, and he loves supporting his Green Bay Packers and his Golden State Warriors and playing with his dog Hercules. James, we all know you're a Packers fan and a Warriors fan. Good, nice follow by James.
I just love when I get good intel. We got good intel.
Good, just 35 seconds or so left here in the first round of the finals. David Kim finding the range now. He's got a couple of good solid touches on James' chest protector. James with the cover tight enough. Good. Both guys using the long-reaching cuts and the long-reaching roundhouse kicks. James comfortable with his left foot to do it. David Kim been right leg in front most of the day here in this 50. Oh, a nice lunging punch by James. Didn't throw it. Thought he had the distance. David Kim slid just a little bit. He decided not to. Good canceling by James, trying to cancel out David Kim's front leg and doing a solid job of that. James is going to switch now to his right leg in front, so a little bit of a change, and that ends the round. James Howe with the one right leg Patachuggi defensive roundhouse kick, the difference in this first round. Again, both guys know each other well, have competed against each other several times, not to mention the fact that they've both been in this sport for a long time. David Kim been on the junior team for USA Taekwondo. Now is kind of taking his talents to the senior level over the last few years. And again, went to the Pan American Games where he won a bronze medal for Team USA. On the other side, James Howell has so many national team spots. I don't even know if I can count them all.
Track of them,
It is. It's difficult. I know he's won junior medals for USA. He's won senior medals for Team USA. And he just doesn't look like he's getting any younger, Sherm. He just doesn't.
Any older.
No, he just looks so clean to me all the time. So I couldn't be more impressed with his ability. As you talked about earlier in one of his matches, I can't be more impressed with his ability to transition his game from the traditional conventional game that was played just 10 years ago or so to this now.
Right.
Oh, nice snap cut by David Kim. Doesn't score. And a beautiful head kick.
He got two of them for a double tap.
Wow, he got the double tap, and that's impressive because the first one was nice, but the second one was very impressive. And a back leg axe kick. Here comes David Kim on the attack. And James was a little bit shell-shocked there by that attack. That back leg axe kick was so solid. Good idea to spin hook kick there, but just gets cut down a little bit. So he'll give up another point, though. He's down by 6 now here. Just 30 seconds into this second round. Plenty of time for both these guys to do the things they need to do to win the match. David Kim's so efficient with the front leg, so explosive. Lifts really quickly, snaps it out there. Then without having any issues whatsoever, just turns it over and slaps the backside.
In mid-motion, right?
Yeah, it really is effortless. There's a little bit of a leg check there. And he'll take the deduction for it. It's kind of tough because he's clearly not trying to do this. He's trying to kick. Oh, he's going to give him both.
Boy.
That's a tough call there.
Yeah, that's mean.
That's a really tough call. I mean, he tries to pull the kick. I'm not sure what you can do there. He's just in the form of battle, and he stops his foot and doesn't really contact the player very hard. But it is the rule, and I understand why it's called. These guys are following the letter of the rule here. So Kim now takes a 6-point lead because James Howe finds it and scores the cut. So now James has found his front leg and his rear leg, but David Kim is still the difference in this match at this point with 30 seconds and a nice punch. So now it's 5, but the difference has been the double tap head kick.
Yep, because those 6 points were momentum changing.
Yeah, so it's 5 points. Yeah, and the referee's going to stand up and looking for something. And maybe she's looking to remove maybe a point for James Howe. I'm not sure. Again, Jin Wong, center referee for this match. You have Angela De Oliveira as one corner judge. You have Amelie Morse as the other corner judge. So, and they're going to waive the points off there. And I'm not sure, because he called a grab there, he's going to waive off the points. And it's a punch point, so it's still a 6-point lead here. David, that's the difference, those 2 head kicks. David, great attacking here. Good pressure, good attacking. James Howe kind of trying to weather that storm, trying to find a way to score. And that's a nice front leg over his shoulder.
Keeps that leg up there.
He looks for a secondary head kick as well, but the over-the-shoulder kick from David Kim has been the difference. And James Howe gets called for holding there, and at this point, yeah, I don't see how he could call him for holding. I don't want to be critical of the referee there, but he's just trying to score, and it doesn't look like he's doing much with his arms at all, so it's kind of a tough call, but beautiful change for roundhouse kick. David Kim does an excellent job with his interior defense to shut that down. And that's a great round for David Kim. He's down 2 points and just changes everything momentum-wise with the double tap head kick and gets 6 points and has extended his lead to 9 points. So definitely a momentum change switch here from the first round to the second round. Can James Howe find a way to dig himself out of this hole? And that second round I was most impressed with was the attacking ability of David Kim. On the attack, quickly from jump, scored often with the double tap head kick, scored inside, scored outside. So just really doing great work, but it was all very offensive, Sherman.
He doubled his output in that round. You know, the first round he was a little more lethargic, but in this round he came out dominant, ready to drive and dictate the action.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I honestly, I didn't feel that either guy were lethargic, to be honest. I thought they were just conservative because they know each other.
Maybe conservative is probably a better word.
Yeah, I mean, it's just simply because David Kim was so
they have reasonable respect for each other.
So fast there, but I'm with you. The difference, the double of the output, the double time output there by David Kim was the difference. But let's see. I mean, I got, again, the most savvy, clever competitor in James Howe, one of the most clever competitors maybe in the history of USA Taekwondo in James Howe. So got a lot of confidence. He has no calls going his way right now as he gets a deduction for kicking the leg on a back kick. Yeah, that's tough. That's 7 deductions for him. You're right. He's just not had any luck here with these deductions. And I'm not saying he's not doing them. I'm just saying those could go either way. Those could not be called or called. Oh, he slips. That's unfortunate because he just slipped. But did he slip and get kicked in the face while he was down? Yeah, I think he did, actually. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, I think he did. He's on the ground when he got kicked in the face, too. So this is going to be an interesting call because there was no deduction. And they're going to award the fight, if I'm not mistaken, to David Kim. And I'm not sure that's accurate, because if he's on the ground when he gets kicked, that's a deduction. So, again, we're going to try to see some replays here. Let's see what happened. James is kicking. No, I think he got kicked in the face when he was standing up. I'm not sure. No, it's a leg injury. I beg your pardon. Now I'm seeing him work on his leg, so he slid back. I don't know if we can see it. Yeah, we're going to see it one more time. This isn't it right here. It's a little bit. It's coming. And he's just coming back. He just caught his leg at the wrong position and hurt his leg. That's unfortunate for James. He's down by 10, slipping back, and I'm just glad he didn't get contacted to the face with the heel by David Kim. But that's it. That's our finals. That is the 2020 Grand Slam Series by USA Taekwondo. And that's our winner, David Kim from Colorado. The 1 seed takes out the 3 seed. So, David Kim, you are our champion here at the 2020 USA Taekwondo Grand Slam. So you're seeing great highlights here from David Kim and James Howe. A solid match by Kim. He was really clean all day long. Just really, his right leg is kind of the difference here. It's been right leg. And in this match, it was right leg to the head, because he scored that double tap head kick. And as he was down 2-0, 1, 2, and that was the game right there. That really changed all of the momentum over to David Kim's side. Just great. That back leg actually didn't score, but flexible, fast, athletic. It was a really beautiful time. On time, just solid efforts here by David Kim.
Seconds. Real quick.
Nice over the shoulder. That, and again, tries to score. And honestly, would have scored again if it wasn't for the fact that the referee had already broken the match up there and stopped play. Let's take it out to Sherman with our runner-up, James Howe from Florida.
Second place finisher in men's under 58. Can we give it up for James Howe III? Yes, man, listen. We have done a lot of these over the years, man. Kind of take us through the closing seconds of this match. What was going through your head?
Well, obviously I knew he had the lead, so I had to kind of put a little bit of pressure on him. Me and David have fought many times, so very familiar with each other. I knew he's got a strong front leg, so just trying to manage that front leg and trying to find the openings afterwards.
Yeah.
So.
All right, listen, I want to ask you a question not specifically about today. How have you managed, and we talk about this during your matches, you were traditionally trained in Taekwondo.
Sir.
How have you managed to morph your game to play this new front leg dependent, much less power-driven game, the game that you came up on?
Sure. I mean, before anything else, I got to thank God for, just giving me the opportunity to compete for this long and being able to compete in that traditional game, like you said, and, made the transition to LaJust and then made the transition into Dado. So, I'm just blessed to be able to have a strong team around me and a coach back home, Coach Moreno and Coach Benaby, that's here with me as well too, that are kind of guiding me and giving me the right feedback so I can, get the job done.
Yeah, it matters to have people around you that tell you the truth, man, and they keep you going, man. So we wish you the best. Anybody you want to shout out?
Man, I want to shout out my family back home, my mom and dad, my beautiful girlfriend over here. Also my whole team back home, the whole warehouse, Coach Moreno, Coach Mar. Without them, I wouldn't be here. So.
Thanks, man. Let's give it up one more time for James Howe, world-class guy, man. Love you. All right, where? Oh, he in the cut. Okay, he was behind Ed. You can't see him when he's behind Ed. And now, oh my goodness. Yeah, and then, all right, here we go with the winner, men's under 58, David Kim. Let's give it up. Pan Am Games bronze medalist. Listen, man, you are trending up, man. And again, we talked about in the broadcast, man. I remember the first junior team, I think, was Mexico. It was a trip I think we went on in like 14 or 15, man. Pan Am Championships, man. And you were awesome then, man. How does it feel to win another Grand Slam? Let's talk about that first.
It feels good.
Typically the rule is if you hold the mic, you say more than 3 words. All right, so we didn't get a chance to talk. I don't think I've had a chance to talk to you since the Pan Am. No, I think we did talk about the Pan Am Games. Let's talk about moving forward. How is this? You've had some success recently. How are you maintaining a level head as you are starting to hit your stride in terms of competition?
It's important to keep training. I mean, we had a good game plan going into Christmas. Everyone went home, but as you can see from our results, had a good game plan there, so everyone trained, did their thing. Going forward, continue to be better every day during practice, I think is very important. Who you surround yourself is very important, and I think I have a good team.
Yeah, I would concur. Listen, you're surrounded by good guys. You have coaches who've been national team members. You have a coach who's an Olympic bronze medalist. So yeah, it does matter who you surround yourself with. Anybody you want to shout out?
My mom, my dad, my little sister, I love you guys. My team, my coaches, love you guys. Thanks for the support. And the commander and the first sergeant, thank you guys.
All right, here we go. So that concludes, give it up one more time for David Kim, our men's under 58 champion. Listen, they have some more mouth guards for you, O-Pro, but you also get $500 for you to.
I think I got 1,000 last time.
Yeah, but you get less this time, son. I don't need a history lesson, because you could always get 0.
On chops.
I don't understand what that means. We're not done with the interview yet. Oh my God, man. I blame TJ for this. Actually, no, TJ was a great interviewer, so maybe I'll blame David. I got to blame somebody. Listen, that concludes our action for today. Thank you guys for logging on. Thank you guys for being here in person. We give it up for all of these competitors, and we will see you back here tomorrow. We have 3 more divisions. We'll crown 3 more champions. This is Sherman Nelson, Jason Poos, and we're out. Peace.